Hello everyone and welcome to episode 43 of Malt and Magic, the Forgotten Kingdom of Nihilin. We're early tonight. Who knows? We're just going for it. We're all excited to traverse the Feywild. So, before we get there, let's do our usual thank yous to Albert Rodeo, to Incarnate, to D&D Beyond, to Hero Forge, to Kassoon, to 5e Magic Shop, to Tabletop Audio. All of those tools coming together to make this game more enjoyable, not only for us, but hopefully for all you out there watching, listening, streaming along. As always, a huge shout out to Battle Bards. We do have an affiliation with Battle Bards. We use them for our sound effects. If you want to get some sound effects in your own game, make your game more immersive, please use the code you can see on screen now when you register, and that will get yourselves a nice cheeky discount off those sound effects. Speaking of the way you can interact and engage with Malt and Magic, please do go check out the website and go see all the stuff we got on there. All the past episodes are on there, all the links to the YouTube, but also the links to the podcast, and you can actually listen to the podcast live from the website as well. But with the podcast, please go check it out on your podcast platform of choice. Leave us a like, leave us a review, follow it, share it, just get the word out. We're hoping you're enjoying that. I am thoroughly enjoying, selfishly, and vainly listening back to the episodes while in the car, while cleaning, while doing anything really, just sat listening to the podcast. Go check that out. Don't forget to go check out Tales of Teal'nar either, our unofficial sister stream, run by Samau and some of his other friends, but a lot of fun. I say it every week, it is a lot of fun. There's some very, very, very interesting characters there. I sometimes wonder how Samau manages to keep it together, but it is very good fun. And with that, that's me for the intros, for the thank yous. So my usual warnings do apply. There will be adult language. There will most certainly be adult humour. You have been warned. Let's go. Hello.
Hi all.
Right.
Hey all.
I've got sweaty palms.
He's got sweaty palms already.
Yeah.
We haven't even started yet.
I was going to say.
And a shiny fucking headbud looks at me. It's the lighting.
That's just the new trim, mate. Yeah, no, really. I'm just rocking the side sweep and the half mullet at the minute.
Oh, go on, commit and have a mullet.
No, absolutely not.
Go for the Death of Superman look. Go on. That's what you need.
Yeah, if I was handsome enough to pull that off, then I absolutely would. But shall we do a lineup on that note? So, as always, I am the Dungeon Master, Matt. I also play the sidekick character of Bothrid, the Hobgoblin Barbarian Druid.
I am Danny and I play Ander Hornraven, who will lead us through the Feywild without a single problem.
Seems unlikely.
Sounds legit.
I'm Simao, a Kirik Gravetusk, the cleric.
I'm Dave. I play Dargon, the Goliath Fighter Warlock. And I play alongside this little thing that keeps getting in the way. Hello.
At this point, she's going to need her own character sheet.
She is. She's determined to get in the way tonight. So,
companion.
I think you should just change your familiar to a cat, and we'll just have Pebble the familiar. And I'll make
just
stats
Pebble the
and
familiar,
all
just sitting there, just the entire time. Yeah.
We could just pretend Bothrid's wild
So,
shapes.
I hope you've warmed up your dice.
Okay, warm up the old dice.
Oh, have I?
I'll roll some on D&D Beyond, should I? Get them warmed up.
Natural 1. Get rid of that one.
Nice.
So, while we're talking about
yeah,
warming up
you've
dice,
got new dice, haven't you?
last week, yeah, Samal has got some new dice.
I don't have it
Have
yet.
they
That'll be
arrived
next
yet?
week.
They've not arrived yet. So next week we get some shiny goodness with new dice. So I think everybody here heard, but D&D Beyond have also now made it possible to do monster rolls on the encounter builder or the combat tracker.
So much quicker and easier for Matt to kill us all.
Yeah, why do you
Yes.
need them tonight, Matt? Surely we're just going to
Yeah, I mean,
talk some
let's do some real RP. Let's get into the crux of it.
Who said we're not doing RP? It's just the news that came out. I'm staring at D&D Beyond and it's the top post in front of me.
I'm going to do a 2-hour
He's checking-
monologue
he's-
and then we'll go home.
We're not going to have to roll initiative next to the river at all.
He's staring at the combat tracker.
Well,
I'm just looking at the initial page of D&D Beyond. You know?
Speaking, I'm not sure if you can see the reflection of the glasses at this point, but no, speaking of last week and rivers, so we started off last week having a very, very frank and honest discussion with the Malt Masters, having sort of continued and completed the journey from Moonbright with the trade caravan. Got that over and done with pretty quickly, made our way immediately over to the Malt Masters and had that heart to heart, because there was 3 of them. That being the important point, with the Stillman seemingly missing, and also the Blood Moon Blade also having gone missing. Turns out that the Stillman had either become corrupted or had stolen the sword after some scrying from Kirik towards the end of that conversation and afterwards. And him saying the jig is up. So with enemies mounting, tasks mounting, the party chose to tackle the thing that needed the most attention, which was Anders' Mage Blight. The distiller herself unable to do anything, it was then the sort of the last port of call was to head into the Feywild and seek out the Dryad of the Summer Grove, who Ander has this arcane, unnatural connection with, and to get you to the Feywild, somehow, some way, the distiller had almost forced Ethereal, the Leonin mage, to transport you there, him having a permanent place of residence apparently within the Feywild. And so you landed in his tower. He said he would wait there. You descended the tower, managed to just about get yourself across the broken bridge with some, I don't know what you want to call it last week, some sheer panic about how to get across the bridge.
Ages.
It took us far too long to get across.
And then
We
proceeded
approached it like we would any door.
and proceeded to make your way through the forest of the Feywild, making your way through all the various trees and coming upon a river, which was sort of running quite quickly throughout the Feywild. And we finished last week with Dargon choosing to just, knowing you had to go southeast, choosing to just barrel through the river. And it was at the moment he stepped foot in the river that we finished. So, taking us into this week, Dargon, as you step foot into the river, I need you to make me a strength saving throw, please.
Rightio.
Straight off.
Straight away. That's fine. We can do that. 21.
21. As you step in, you feel the current of the river itself surge around you, almost as if the river is trying to pull you away, but you sort of dig yourself in and hold fast against the current, and you manage to hold yourself there. As you hold yourself there, this large mass begins to form out of the ground across the river itself. This tangle of vines, of grasses, of flowers just begins to sort of grow out of the ground and lumber forward. And with that, I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Fuck it. Literally straight off.
Straight away.
off the bat.
There it is.
I thought,
I
damn,
get
at least
advantage
my
on
drown-
this.
You
now.
get advantage now. I don't anymore.
And thank God for that.
Yeah, I'm fucked. Where am I
You
going to
didn't
put
roll
that?
a 1 on initiative, so, it could be worse.
It was close.
Bothard got 3.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
that's worse.
great.
I've got a plus
First
6,
then.
so at least I'm on 7.
Bothard got 6, and I got 7. Dargon,
6.
6. This is going well, Kirik.
20.
20.
We are literally fighting to go last at this point.
Right, we've got. Are we rolling again or a dex? Check off.
For you and Bothrid, I'll just say that you go first. Or we'll say
Okay.
Bothrid. We'll do it in alphabetical order. Bothrid will go first.
Both will go first.
Make it simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Currently trying
So,
not to drown, I suppose.
if we want to all load up Owlbear Radio as well, you have the password and the share code. And there we go. So, boom.
Oh, fucking hell. It's quite big.
We might potentially need the bigger view for this as well.
For
There we go.
Lovely.
Okay. So you'll also notice I've updated the character tokens.
yeah, I did see it. Nice.
So yeah. And with that, as this large, shambling, vine, tangled mess just begins to grow out of the ground before you, Kirik, what are you doing?
Oh boy. Well, seeing what is occurring, I'm going to. Yeah. I'm going to open my hand towards the creature, and I'm going to summon my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Please.
So let's take
Right
a
next
look.
to it as well.
That'll do nicely for a spiritual weapon. Oh, do you? Which side? Sorry, this side?
Yeah, put it that side, on
Yep.
our left. And for I'll summon that at second level. So then I'll do an attack. Ooh, okay, that's 25 to hit. No, 28
That will
to hit.
28 will hit.
Okay. It's going to be maths. 12 points of radiant damage.
12 points of radiant damage.
And feeling the energy and the magic that is present in this land, I will click my fingers and I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on it.
Nicely done.
So that'll be a wisdom saving
saving
throw,
throw?
please. Yes.
Natural 20.
Oh,
First combat roll of the game.
Nothing
Muted.
happens then.
Dom.
So there is still this sort of ding that rings around, and you just see this viney green monster just almost shake it off, quite literally. Anything else on your turn, sir?
Yeah, my owlbear rodeo is not open yet, so can I move? Can I move 10 feet to the right, please? Just to open up a little bit of space.
There.
Yep. And I'll put my shield up. I'll focus on Dargon because he might be in danger.
Yep, no worries.
So that'll be my turn. Thank you very much.
Okay, so this then huge green or large green thing is going to move. It's not very quick, and it's going to go 5, 10, 15, and get there. And it is going to make 2 slam attacks towards you, Dargon.
Oh shit.
That first one is a 19 to hit,
Miss.
and the second one is an 18 to hit. So both of those miss. And
Ooh, didn't expect to be up so quick. Right, do I try it? Will it work?
I've heard you say that before.
Hey.
Well, it can only mean one thing. I'm going to try suggestion. I'm going to cast suggestion on it. Wisdom saving throw, please. Wisdom 15.
Remind me of suggestion.
Any creature that can hear or understand me.
Yep.
So I'm going to speak
Okay.
in Sylvan.
So you are speaking in Sylvan.
Yeah. And hope for the best. My tongue will take the form of a snake's tongue. It just fucking works. Why not?
Okay. And what would you like to suggest?
For him to swim to the end of the river. Swim downstream.
And you sort of open your mouth and speak these words in Sylvan.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, it sounds a bit
I've
like
gone for
Parselton.
Slytherin type. Yeah, that's what I've gone for.
The big viney green creature, the bit that kind of looks like a head, it's sort of opened out and the vine is sort of torn apart. It just sort of tilts and is totally unfazed.
It's got no fucking ears, has it?
Doesn't speak
Fuck's
the language.
sake.
I
Of course.
understand.
Cock. I'm going to get rid of that spell. I keep saying it. That spell never works for me. Right.
One of these days, it is going to be the saving
One.
grace,
It's going to be the coolest thing I'll ever do.
and you're going to stop moaning about it. It's going to be a
And
total
I've
clutch
convinced the
move.
Eladrin to
I
just-
knew you should keep it. I knew you should keep it all this time.
When I tell the Eladrin just to go home.
Give up and surrender.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else on your turn? Bonus actions?
Do I want
Movement.
to give? I don't think. Oh, does it? Will it need to make a saving throw? What I will do, I will use as a bonus action, unsettling words. So a creature within 60 feet. I'll roll a d6 and it must subtract it from its next saving throw before the start of my next turn.
Is that a spell or an ability?
It's a use of my bardic inspiration die.
Good stuff.
I've got three charges for those, so it's just
Yep. Yes, of course it is.
those. Yeah. And the number is, oh for fuck's sake, a 1.
Okay. So the next time it makes a saving throw, it's got to reduce that by 1. Make a note of that.
Thank-
What unsettling words would you like to say to this thing?
Weed killer.
Solid.
Okay. Bothrid is going to, for the first time in a long time, bonus action. You know it's coming. Gonna rage.
He's gonna rage.
So he's gonna rage. Now this annoys me because wild shape is then another bonus action. But I would like to just use his action to rage rather than taking a bonus action. So do I allow that?
Do what you want, mate.
Do I allow myself to do that? I'm going to say yes, because actually he's giving up an action to do something else. So,
Happy with that?
with that, going to use a combat wild shape, and is going to turn into... What shall he turn into? He's
Beaver.
going... he's going to go full on. Where's it gone? Where's it gone? I've lost it. Where's my usual one? There we go. Grows out into this crag cat. So at some point, I will remember to get Bothrid's stats for that. So Bothrid just arms and legs begin to grow. This white fur begins to cover him in his entirety. And again, on his sort of front right leg, you see the symbol of a lightning bolt in sort of this darker grey patch. So that is going to be his action, his bonus action, and then as the crag cat, he is going to move 40 feet. So he's going to go 5, 10, 15. It's going to squeeze past Kirik. 20, 25, 30, 35. I'm going to say 40. Going to put him in the river. He's going to have to make a strength saving throw. What is that? Oh, that's not a natural 20. Yep, fine. So you
nice.
see the current surge around Bothrid in Cragcat form, but just sort of digs in the claws and the paws and is ready to fight. And that will be Bothrid's go. Dargon, make me a strength saving throw, please.
Nice. Another 21.
Another 21. You hold fast as again you feel the sort of current just surge around your legs and try and pull you deeper in.
Seeing Bothrid turn into a creature, it reminds him that he can do the bloody same. And he will use his bonus action to turn into a hybrid bear.
Of course you would. There we go. So does that change your size? Are you still medium? You're still medium, aren't you?
No, large.
Large. Okay.
Here he is.
Now
Nice.
we're talking. Look at that.
That's cool.
Boom. So you grow into this large white bear, facing off now against this shambling thing, and are now similar size to it.
I will move out of the river if I can.
Yep.
So if I go 5, 10, still in melee with him. Yes.
Yep, absolutely.
Wonderful. And I will then use my action, as I don't recall having any weapons out, unless any of you guys can remind me if I did or not.
Don't think you did. No.
Let's say
I don't
no
think I did.
for a laugh.
Yeah, it's gonna be the claw attacks, which it's what? Yeah, it'll be 2 claw attacks. Bonus
claw
action
attacks.
to change 2 attacks. Here we go. So that will be a first one will be a 17 to hit.
Will hit.
I'll roll again. That is higher. So that is a 13 plus 8 is 22. 21. There we go. So they both hit.
Both hit.
Lovely. So that is 10 plus... I'll find the dice. Ah! There they are. 14 points of slashing damage.
Nice. As in bear form, Dargon just roars and as you sort of the claws bite in, you can just feel sort of you dragging these vines across and sort of yanking them out and pulling them across. Anything else on your turn?
I've used bonus action and action, and I've used my movement. I'm all good.
Cool. At this point, there is then the sound of sort of branches being shaken.
Balls.
As the trees around you seemingly come to life, and I've not put enough on the board here.
Good.
The trees around us.
Yep.
That's not good.
I think I need to zoom out here.
I think I need a
Oh,
fireball.
oh no. Oh no.
There's only 3 trees, it'll be fine.
Oh no.
No,
Oh,
6
oh.
6 trees.
That's what
Sorry, Danny. I shouldn't have zoomed out.
Okay, so as these trees around you begin to sort of, you can feel or sort of hear as the roots snap and branches sort of move out like arms, and yeah, they're going to begin their movement towards you. So A is going to go 5, 10, 15.
This is immediately turned
20.
to a, do we run?
5, 10, 15, 20 gets B within range of Ander. So B is then going to try and slam Ander. That is probably going to miss. That's a 12 to hit.
Damn right, misses.
Okay, so C is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. D, 5, 10, 15 down to there. He's going to try and slam Kirik. That's cocked. Natural 20.
I will. I'll sentinel that. Yes.
Expecting that.
You will.
There we go. 3d6 is 8, 12 points of bludgeoning damage to you, sir, as these branches just. E then 5, 10, 15, 20 will, yep, get it within range of you, Dargon. That's 13 to hit.
No.
So F and 5, 10, 15, 20 is not going to get it there.
That's a lot of trees.
And we're back around to the top. Kirik.
This is problematic. Okay, seeing that the trees have started to move and they're closing in on us, I'm going to slam my shield against the floor, and a wave of ravens is going to split out from it, and it's going to be Spirit Guardians, please, at 4th level.
Hell yeah.
Spirit Guardians.
Oh, yeah.
What's the range on that? Or radius?
15-foot radius from me.
15 foot. So from you. 5, 10, 15. Not the best colour, is it?
So they should
You can
hopefully
just about
get...
see that, can't you?
Yeah. That should hopefully get a few of them, and...
That will get B, D, and S
Mm-hmm.
currently.
That's my action. As my bonus action, I will attack with my spiritual weapon.
Okay, roll to hit, please.
17 to hit.
17 will hit. Okay.
That's 9 points of radiant damage, please.
9 points of radiant damage. As this raven
And that is-
feather-like dagger just twirls in the air and punches in.
That's my turn.
It's your turn. Okay, the big green thing in the middle, S, is going to ignore Bothrid for the minute, facing off with Dargon. It's going to try and make 2 slam attacks. First one's a 17 to hit.
which I believe hits because I think we said I've got the armor class of 16.
Okay, so first one's going to hit. I'm going to roll
Yeah.
the second. That's the 17 on the die, so that's going to be a 24. So they're both going to hit.
Yeah.
Now, you made a very good choice there to shift.
Just in case it's a lot of... I take no damage from bludgeoning from non-magical attacks.
You take no damage as this thing slams into you, and instantly any of the wounds just heal.
It also needs to roll a wisdom saving throw, sorry.
And it also needs to roll a wisdom saving throw. Which it also needs to reduce by 1, so that will be a 7. That is a 7.
That fails. That's going to be... Just going to roll on the beyond. That's pretty good. 22 points of radiant.
Points. As the ravens swirl and then swoop down towards S, and you can just see as they swoop through bits of vegetation and vine just flying off all over the place. You see what looks like a bone get dragged out as well. A piece of flour, maybe a skull disappears here as these ravens punch through. Anything else on its turn? No. Ander.
So, having just shit myself a little bit, I think it's time that I will take one of my fireballs off my necklace, and you're gonna have to go down a bit, Dave, because I'm gonna put it bang in the middle of F.
Okay.
So then, if my calculation is correct, with a 20-foot radius, it's just going to probably get Bofford, but he's in the water, so that'll help. It's going to catch S, it's going to get F and A.
A 20-foot radius from the middle of F. 5, 10, 15, 20 is definitely going to get Bofford as well.
But he's alright.
But is also going to get A. So,
I'm just thinking we've got 2 trees sneaking up on him. I'm going to help him out. A DC,
roll
dexterity 15.
Roll me an athletics check first, please.
Oh boy.
Because you've got to get over the river and over a couple of creatures here.
It's got a 60-foot range, but alright. Oh, you bastard! 9.
9?
Oh no. Oh no.
Should have tied it to an arrow, shouldn't I? We'll see what happens.
So you sort of grab the pearl or grab the opal or whatever it is and go to throw it, and as you go to throw it, it's almost like one of the branches of the tree that is now looming over you just catches your arm, and the bead goes slightly wayward. Doesn't quite go as far as you want.
Shit.
So
Oh no.
it lands 5, 10, 15, 20. Just misses Bothrid. Just misses Kirik, sorry. But catches it still.
That is way worse.
So everybody needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
15. Come on, Dagon.
So let's do
This will kill
Bothrid in cat form is
19, 17 on the die.
Oh, Dagon, you hero.
And
Bothrid also got 19.
As well.
because I still fucking have it, I'm going to absorb elements.
Yes.
It's for the
so
best.
Bothrid
Mate.
got 19.
Second level.
Yep, he saves as well. So it's
The
half damage.
creature
Oh man.
is going to get wisdom, we said, yeah?
Dex.
An 18. Dexterity is a 17, sorry.
Oh, he saves as well.
Okay, so everybody saves. So damage, please.
Even the tree.
Yeah, I forgot the tree. That one's definitely
There's
going to fail.
Good.
because that's a minus. So that's 5.
Hey!
I was gonna say, if that
I'm
tree's
fucking
too
glad
much,
a tree cannot beat a dexterity saving throw against an explosion.
I'd be livid. Right, 8
So as you catch the branch and the bead, you can just see it, and you're.
and then in slow motion, I'm just going, I'm sorry. As it slams next to fucking Dagon.
As you see Bothrid in cat form almost just duck down into the river. Dargon sort of just pull the shield up to try and shield himself. Have you got the shield out?
Nah.
Okay, so Dargon just literally hunkers down and manages to take the brunt of it. The shambling thing, the big green viney monster, just takes it. Just stands there. So what was that damage?
I rolled 24, so half for anybody who made the save.
I'm going to have to make sure I get
Okay.
this right. So I would be half on 12, double it,
But
because
vulnerability.
vulnerability to 24 again, and then I've got absorb elements back to 12.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas F not only failed, but is vulnerable to fire damage.
Yes.
So that is going to be a 48 points of fire damage as flames just begin to roar up F, and it is now this slowly moving tree that is just on fire. It's like a scene from Burning Man. Just on fire, moving towards the group at this stage.
You see that as it hits, there is a whitish glow, yellowish glow coming out of the symbol in front of Dargon that protects me partially.
Ooh.
Nice.
Good
And then,
stuff.
as my bonus action, I will disengage from B and go stand next to Kirik inside the protective raven shield. I'll move
Which,
myself.
for some reason, has
obviously.
disappeared.
Hey.
Yeah, weird.
So we'll do that again. 5, 10, 15. So, and then we'll get rid of that one. That one's gone now.
Is that an opportunity attack by Bo?
No, because he
No,
disengaged.
disengaged.
Nice, rogue.
Well, anybody can disengage.
Yes, as a bonus action.
Okay, so then Bothrid sort of shakes off the water. He's going to make a strength saving throw first.
Don't say that. Does he get advantage because he's raging? I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know if that's a thing.
Let me just have a look. Rage. You get an advantage on strength checks and saving throws. That wasn't much better.
Thank you, Samau.
I said it wasn't much better.
I wasn't.
Oh.
Right.
It was
I
one
tried,
more on
I
the die,
tried.
which was a 5, which will make it a...
Oh,
Thanks for coming.
Did you minus the 1 from
Yeah,
the?
I did it on the wisdom saving throw I had to make.
Yeah.
So that will be a 13 for Bothrid in cat form. It doesn't make the save, so instead is dragged 5, 10, 15, 20 down
Ah,
stream.
shit. Wrong way.
That's not a bad strategy from Bothrid, to be
yeah.
honest.
Just go with the
And
flow.
Bothrid's raging. Bothrid's just going to immediately dive out, jump out. He's going to go 5, 10, straight in the middle of those two. Technically, Bothrid has just moved 20 feet, or at least 20 feet. Granted, it wasn't his own movement. So, is going to use Pounce.
Hey!
Sort of uses the movement of the river and then dives out of the
Alright.
river and pounces towards A. A is going to have to
That's
make a
cool.
strength saving throw. That's gonna fail. So that's a 9.
Is he about to like knock this tree over or something?
Yeah. So Bothrid does launches into this tree, and the tree just is prone. As a bonus attack or a bonus action, Bothrid then gets to make a bite attack.
That's insane.
That's a 15 to hit, which is going to hit and will be...
Does he get advantage because the tree's prone?
Yep, still going to hit. Thank you. That is
a natural 20.
12 points of piercing damage from the bite. And then he's going to use his action to claw at the bastard. So let me just make sure I chalk that off first. So that was 13 points of damage, wasn't it? 12 points damage. 12 points of piercing damage. And is then going to claw. So as it claws, at advantage again. Oof, so close. That will be a 23 to hit, which is going to hit. So that's then going to be for 7 points of slashing damage against the tree. Interesting. So the first, what you notice is as the bite goes in, almost doesn't seem to have very much effect on the tree at all. But then Bothrid sort of releases his jaws, and then just this huge hairy great paw and just rakes across the bark of the tree, and these huge great gouges sort of gouged into the tree now. That's going to be Bothrid's go. Dargon.
Is S looking like it's beaten up at all?
No. It's not looking bloodied, put it that way. There's bits missing, but...
Okay. And I did notice that what I was doing seemed to be working.
What do you mean?
My attacks before weren't, were doing what I expect.
Well, they were hitting.
Cool.
If you mean the damage was being done in its entirety, yes, it was.
Yes. 2 claw attacks. The first one will be with absorb elements. So there's currently still flame on my claws. So I'll do the first one. 19 to hit.
Yep.
So if I just do that one now, that will be 9 points of slashing damage and 8 points of fire damage.
So as your claw comes across, you claw out a great chunk from the middle, and this very thick, oozing green liquid now begins to just drip out the creature. And then as you hit, your hand, your claw lights up with fiery rage, and just that sort of blazes across the creature and then dissipates. Doesn't seem to have had as much effect with the fire as you previously thought.
Okay, I will then roll for my second claw attack.
It is now bloodied, by the way.
So it's an unnatural 20.
Yep.
For 16 points of slashing damage.
16 points of slashing damage as you come back again and just take off more vines and more of this thick greenish oozing liquids just out of it. You also notice that you have seemingly scattered half a skeleton across towards F. Seemingly there's bits stuck inside the vines and this huge great mound of vines. Anything else on your turn?
Second wind. I'll use my bonus action to regain some health, which I will type in myself as you carry on.
Carry on. So, over to A. He's going to use half its movement speed to stand up. Not that it matters, because it's directly within range, and is then going to try and slam Bothrid. For a 14 to hit. which just hits. So that is then going to be 3d6 plus 4. 13, 17 points of bludgeoning damage. Bothrid is raging, therefore that gets halved. So that will be 9 points of bludgeoning damage to the Crag Cat. They need to make this easier to manage.
I was going to say, how's the encounter working?
It's not that. I can't... What they almost need to do is have like a script or something that runs so that when you click wild shape, it transforms all of the stats on the character sheet
Yeah.
into the creature you've chosen. Because at the minute I have to keep opening and closing the Crag Cat.
I'd like the same for the werebear.
Yeah. D&D Beyond, if you're watching or listening, there's our request. Anyway, that's A. B is just going to go 5 wisdom saving throw. 4.
Fails.
Good.
That's going to be... That's 20 points of radiant. Sorry.
20 points of radiant damage as these ravens again swarm towards B, and it almost sounds like 100 woodpeckers just hitting this tree and then swirling around Kirik once more. As it takes that damage, B is then going to make a slam attack against you, Ander. That is going to be an unnatural 20 to hit.
Oh, okay, yep.
Which means you're going to take 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Uncanny dodge.
Nice.
8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Thank you.
C is eventually going to get into this fight. 5, 10, 15, 20. Enters first. Is it as soon as it enters it makes a wisdom throw, or is it on it the start of its next turn?
It is
As soon as it
indeed.
enters. Wisdom saving throw. 14.
Misses. Oh, that's not the one. Sorry, I rolled a different thing. Shouldn't have rolled. That's the one.
Spiritual.
15
Close.
points of
15
radiant.
points. As again the ravens swirl. Sound of 1,000 woodpeckers, 100 woodpeckers, whatever it is, hits this tree. That is its go. D, wisdom saving throw. 11.
Fails. That's not bad. That's 20 points.
20. You're fairly consistent on this at the minute. The ravens, having finished with C, just sort of turn and head towards D, and again, D's going to take that damage. D is then going to try and make a slam attack against you, Kirik. That is 23 to hit.
Sorry, 3 to hit. That's
23 to hit.
Yeah.
So that's 14 points of bludgeoning damage.
14 points of bludgeoning, and I need to do a concentration check.
Yep.
They're gone. I rolled an 8.
An 8 as then
Uh-oh.
Kirik gets hit. And just, you see as the ravens hit D and then begin to turn and come back towards flying around Kirik, they just are gone, and all that is left on the ground are just litterings of raven feathers. Cool. E is then... it's just going to move up slightly. 5 points there, or 5 feet there, is then going to try and slam Dargon. That's 12 to hit.
No.
Gonna miss. F is going to try and slam Bothridge. That is a natural 1. F just literally sort of and slams into the floor. And back up to the top. Kirik.
Okay. Well, after getting the impact, Kirik, I'm going to reach out for my pouch. I'm going to take a pinch of sulfur, which I'm going to drop it in a line, and as it's falling, I'm going to press my down into the floor, and a column of fire that's going to come down from the heavens and strike both D and C as I cast Flame Strike.
Flame Strike.
Flame Strike.
So that's
It's like the Vietnam War.
It's a 10-foot range. It's a 10-foot radius, 40-foot column. And
so would you like it? It's a 10-foot radius, yeah.
yeah, so between D and C, really. I can't get the three of them, annoyingly. Almost, but not quite.
So somewhere about there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
They need to do
this
dexterity saving throw.
Roars down. 2 dex saving throws coming up. One got a 17, the other one got a 10. So we'll say C got 17, D got a 10.
D saves, and C doesn't. They're going to take 11 points of fire damage and it's much better. 21 points of radiant.
Oh.
So it's half for save, yeah.
Yep.
So that doesn't matter because that's going to be doubled. So that was the fire damage initially with the 11, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and then radiant damage, that will be halved. So that will be 11 points of radiant damage on D and 21 points of radiant damage on C. And as this flame strike just blasts down, I did not double the fire damage on that. C is almost burnt to a perfect crisp. There is just some still movement in there. It's going. D is charred and messed up. So yeah.
As my bonus action, I will 20 feet. I will attack with my spiritual weapon, the big shambling thing.
Shambling thing. So I think everybody, including the chat, probably figured out what it is by now.
That is a 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
7 points of radiant force damage. Sorry.
7 points of force damage as this raven feather-like dagger just darts in and out. Okay. Anything else, sir?
That will be my turn.
Flame strike's gone once it hits. Yeah, that's it. Done.
Yeah. It's one time thing.
One hit wonder. Mm-hmm. So S then is not intelligent in the slightest. And is just going to continue to try and slam against Dargon. Not that it's going to matter. That is a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And a 22 to hit.
Yeah.
And as both slam attacks come in, they do no damage to you.
Yeah.
And because you are larger than a medium creature, nothing else happens.
Hey.
Ander.
Ander is suddenly supportive of deforestation, I think it's safe to say. but he's going to reluctantly use a weapon he hasn't used for a while, seeing how well the fire damage does. So he's going to pull out his flame tongue rapier.
Yeah.
Nice.
Speak the word nair, and it's going to burst into flame. So that's my bonus action gone. And then B's going to get it. I'm going to slash
B's
at
gonna get
B.
Roll to hit, please,
With,
sir.
Oh, a 12 to hit.
Doesn't hit.
Fuck.
And you sort of go to strike,
It's all right, you're
and
rusty.
B just flicks out a branch and just sort of catches it and twangs it away.
And then I'm going to run and jump in the river. Seeing Boffred move
Interesting
upstream,
tactic.
I thought that was a good idea.
That's fine.
And it takes
You are
distance
going to
between
take opportunity
B and B.
attacks from both B and D, so they're both going to try and
Oh,
slam
fuck.
you. So B coming in first is going to miss. That's an 8 to hit. D, that is a 16 to hit.
Nope.
As Ander just deftly
What a
sort of
plan.
ducking
What a
through
plan.
these branches and you dive into the river. Make me a strength saving throw, please.
9.
9. You are pulled 10, 15, 20 feet down the river.
I'm happy with that.
Okay. Bothrid's turn is just going to wail on these creatures. And what I've not been doing...
Sorry, can Ander
more
not use the rest of his movement to get out or not? Just out of interest.
Yeah, can do.
I don't know whether you want to or not. You might want to bugger off.
I want to be a bit further downstream, I think.
It's not a bad shout.
Okay, so you stay in the river.
Yeah.
So I need to add 4 more damage onto A, because I didn't do the additional rage damage. A is no longer prone. So for Bothrid, it is going to be a simple bite attack. Claw attack. Sorry, you would realise that his bite attack did bugger all. Claw attack, 14 plus 5, that is a 19, that is going to hit. Almost max damage there. That is 10 points of slashing damage on A.
Ooh.
And just roars and slices across. That will be 12 points of damage on A. Add the rage damage on that. Come on. There we go. That is then going to be Bothrid's turn. In fact, no. Bothrid is then going to, as a bonus action, expend a spell slot and regain 1d8 HP. Max health back.
Nice.
So we'll chalk off a level 1 spell slot. And Bothrid, as Cragcat, is going to get a full 8 hit points back. And almost back up to full health.
Oh.
Cool. Dargon.
2 attacks at S, please.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is a 17 and a natural 20.
Well, both of those are going to
Nice.
hit.
That was plus stuff. Hang on a minute, right. So double that is... Oh my god. Oh shit, no, I shouldn't do that. So I 5 plus 8, 13 times 2 is 26 plus 5 is 31 points of damage from
In
the
total?
first one. Plus 12 points of slashing damage from the second.
Okay.
Nice.
How do you want to do this?
Yay!
Nice. The claws like dig into each arm and just rip them off, and then I just kick him into the river.
Nice. So almost
he's coming
in
at
a
me,
half
cheers.
Spartan kick, just dog on your 2 bear claws, just and then this big bear foot, just this is Sparta moment, straight. Because it's dead, I'm going to say, yep, you kick it into the river, where it just, on its turn, dead, but will move. So, anything else on your turn, sir? Bonus action or movement?
Yeah, I don't really have many bonus actions I think I can do, so... yeah, I'll just turn around to E and just growl.
Growl. Good stuff. So then it is A's turn. A is just going to try and slam Bothrid, having just been clawed to shit by him. Gonna miss. Oh, is he? That's not a 6, that's a 9. So that will be 15, which I believe does hit. 3d6 plus 4. 5, 9, 11 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 6. 9 health more. 6 damage to Bothrid. So it's going to be A, B, and he's going to move 5 feet up to Kirik.
You're surrounded, Kirik.
Not having a good day.
Looks like it.
That's going to be an 11 to hit, though.
That misses.
It's okay, and we'll throw
See.
another fireball over there.
It's
Correct.
also going to go 5, 10,
I think it's overkill, because D and C are pretty fucked.
20. He's going to have to make a quick strength saving throw.
That's really not maths.
Fuck, what is that? Fails. So he's caught, but because it is big or bigger, gets dragged 5, 10 back to there by the current, and is just sort of edges of the roots are just pulled by the current in. River does not distinguish from friend or foe, so that's C. D's going to make it slam attack. That's going to be a 23 to hit. That was almost max damage. That is 16 20 points of bludgeoning damage to yourself, sir.
Cool.
E. 12 to hit you, Dargon.
Nope.
F. Gonna try and hit Bothrid. That is gonna hit. That's 21. 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 12. 16, halved to 8. Against Bothrid. 8 points of damage. And then we are up to the top. Kirik.
Seeing that Ender has left, I'm going to slice my hand on the top of my shield, and 3 rays of blood are going to shoot towards B, D, and C as I will cast. I'm gonna upcast that.
Ooh.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast a 2nd level so that I can affect an extra creature within 30 feet of
Okay.
me. So I'll do B, D, and
E is in range.
I think they're all in range.
A is in range.
How's F looking?
F is in range. So F's certainly bloodied. You can see a lot of sap. Trees are still on, or the branches are still sort of burning slightly. E is pretty much looking as healthy as anything. So C is barely standing. D is not looking great. F's not looking great. The rest are looking fairly okay at this point, but the one that looks the most healthy is certainly E.
Well, I'm going to cast on F because Dargon should be fine.
Yep.
And as my bonus action, I shall move my spiritual weapon to come help me. 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will attack B.
Okay, roll 16.
11 to hit.
Does not hit.
Yep.
The branches just sort of part around this mystical dagger.
Cool. That'll be my turn.
Okay. S is dead. And, oh, well, sorry. Back to S. It's now going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. Ander, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please, first.
If I succeed on the throw, can I get on the dead creature like a surfboard?
We are going to change that dexterity saving throw, to an acrobatics check, please.
Alright. I'm happy with that. I'm glad it's plus 12, because I've got a 7. 19.
So you see this mass of vines and just oozing green crap literally rocketing towards you, and you choose that moment to just sort of grab on and swing yourself up on top of it. So I'm going to say you're up on top of it. It is now your go. You do not have to make a strength saving throw because you're no longer in the river. You're on top of a creature that is in the river. What would you like to do?
Well, Dargon's called it. I'm going to chuck a fireball, aren't I? So...
I was joking.
From where are you fucking said fireball?
I'm going to have to actually chuck it off the map for it not to hit Kirik.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
you want to try and get
5,
B,
10,
D?
15, 20. Try and get B and D, yeah, with Miss Kirik, but I've got to do it like a square off the map.
Okay. Make me an athletics check, please.
I'll use a lucky point because I'm rolling like an absolute twat. I'm going to deduct, I rolled a 1, so second roll, come on. 15, that's
15.
better.
So this time, even while you're sort of surfing this mass thing, you just sort of you lob it and it lands exactly where you've planned, roars out towards B and D. They need to make dexterity saving throws. So
yeah,
B's
I've
up
got one
first.
fireball left, guys. I've got 1 left.
B rolled a 2, which means that was a 0.
Good.
D rolled a 7, which means it's a 5. They both fail. Roll that damage, please.
And you're going to double it. There's 2 more ones in there. 28.
That's
So
still a
what's that,
lot of
56 now?
damage. That is 56 points of damage. As B and D are just engulfed in flames and gone. There is nothing left.
The sight Kirik must
Piles
have.
of ash on the floor as Kirik just feels the heat and then watches the... It's almost like that shadow effect that you get in the manga-style nuclear explosions, where it just...
Yeah.
And you've got the shadow left of something, and then it's just ash.
I didn't know Bane did this. That's weird.
Kirik's got what?
Got a tan mark on his face now.
His eyebrows are gone.
Yeah.
Okay, I am going to say that is your action and bonus action, just to flip up.
Yeah.
I'll call that your bonus action because it's meant to be a save.
So
but
I've got no movement.
you can move all you want.
I was going to say, because otherwise you're going to be moving on its turn.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad shot, actually. I might surf it a bit further down the river. Get away from the action.
Okay.
Yeah.
No worries at all. Bothrid.
No.
Going to do what Bothrid does best.
Yeah. No, I've committed
Carry
to
on.
it. I've committed to it. I've committed to
Okay.
it now.
Bothrid's going to first bonus action, spell slot, D8 health back. Not so good. That's 3. So 3 points of health back. And is then gonna claw at A. Oh Jesus. 12. Not gonna hit. Just misses. This time Bothrid just sort of rakes at it and the tree sort of leans back. Okay. Dargon.
2 attacks at E, please. Claw attacks.
Okay. E looking the healthiest tree at the minute.
So that is a 21 and a 27.
Yeah, they're both going to hit.
Okay. 33 points of damage total out of the 2 strikes.
Nice. As these 2 claw attacks, and you bite into the bark with your claws and sort of just drag these huge, great chunks of the trunk out. Sorry, and you just pull a load of sap, and you can sort of see the interior wood of the tree now. As you take out a huge chunk of this thing, it is most certainly bloodied now.
I will then action surge, and I will cast Thunder Wave at 2nd level at E.
Okay.
So that is a Constitution saving throw, please.
11.
Fails.
Rolling like a tosser.
Wonderful. So that is 12, 13 points of thunder damage, and is pushed 10 feet away from me.
13 points of thunder damage, and what was it? It was there, wasn't it? So we'll just go.
As light comes from my chest, flies down my arms, and I slam my claws together, and it fires back.
Yeah, it is proper. As the tree just sort of doesn't fly back, it just sort of glides back.
And then
being significantly bigger than you.
I will then move, so 5, 10, 15 feet.
15 feet to there. Okay,
I'll stay there.
So you're in melee range with F.
Yep.
Okay. A. Gonna slam Bothrid. Yeah, that one's gonna hit. 4, 8, 14, 18 points of bludgeoning damage, halved to 9. As that slam comes in, you can see some scratches and wounds now showing on Bothrid, the white fur stained with red bits of blood, as the cragcat form is certainly bloodied. B is dead. C, which I believe is that one, yep. C is going to... actually, while it's there and while Ander is sort of coming past, he's just going to immediately try and slam Ander.
Oh.
With a 14 to hit.
Nope.
Okay, and with that is gonna 5,
Can't touch this.
10, 15 back to there. Attack of opportunity if you want it, Ander.
Yeah. I've got my sword out now, so I've got my flaming sword.
Yep.
I'll have a little bash of that. So. Ooh. Come on. 22 to hit.
Okay, I'm not even going to ask you to roll damage on this one. You literally, as it starts to move away from you, you just jab forward with the flame tongue rapier, and it goes in further than you're expecting. And you, being the roguish type you are and quite adept with blades, just stab it in further, twist, and then yank it out. And there is just this burst of sort of amber-coloured sap that follows. Sort of half evaporates, but becomes more liquid-like with the heat, and sort of scatters everywhere. And C just falls over, and C is gone. A lot of dead trees. So that's C out. D's done. E is not happy. 5, 10, 15, 20. Can't do a lot.
That worked.
It's going to slam Bothrids. And that will be a 17 to hit, so that's going to hit. 11, 14 points of bludgeoning damage, 12 to 7. Cragcat not looking good at this stage. Top of the round, Kirik.
I will move.
Was once surrounded by enemies, now just.
Yeah. I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon 5, 10, 15 and attack E.
Go for it.
That's a 19 to hit.
Will hit.
9 points of force damage.
As this raven-like dagger just darts across the river and straight in to E. Pulls back out. E is sort of quivering at this point. You can see it's almost barely holding this animated form that it has. Anything else on your turn?
Yes, I'm going to run 5, 10, 15, and I'm going to make a long jump.
Yep.
The only person who read the fucking rules.
So that should be 10 feet, so 5...
It should be 10 feet.
10 takes me there, yeah? 5, 10?
Yep.
Cool.
So strength saving throw, please.
Oh boy, that's going to go great. 8.
Hey!
8. So as you land, the river surges and you are dragged 5, 10, 15, 20 feet downstream.
Cool. Since I'm right next to A, I will click my fingers and cast Toll the Dead on it.
Wisdom saving throw coming up. 15.
Fails. So that's going to be 27, 32 points of necrotic damage.
As you click your fingers and that bell sounds out, you can just see A stiffen, and then the leaves begin to turn to dust. The branches turn to dust, and again, it just eventually in the wind, Thanos snap like just. A is gone.
I moved 15 feet with my. Oh, that's my whole speed. Never mind. Cool. That's my turn.
Nice. And are you going down with S at this point, I'm assuming?
That's what she said.
Yep.
Kirik, because you are now technically in the way, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Sure thing. 6. No, that's actually not
6.
true. 7.
7. You are caught by this tangled web of vines with Ander surfing the top of it, and all three of you are going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 to there. So I'm going to say, Kirik, you're there. Ander, you are on top.
Oh,
here.
shit.
You just sort of look down as Kirik gets caught up in this tangled web of vines and shit and mud and water and everything now, and just sort of gets caught up and dragged along with it.
Oh, yeah, no, cheers, guys. Yeah, leave me to it. Fuck's sake.
I'm going to try
Andy,
and
you'll
save
go.
the bug in there, aren't I? See, my plan was I was going to jump off I land on the other side of the river and just fucking pelt them with arrows. But now I've got to save this hawky bellend. Right.
I'll remember
So
that for
what-
the next,
get to
For the next
Do another
deal.
save in a bit. Yeah.
I mean, I could save him. I could leave him. It's his own fault. Nah. What I will do...
Well, first off, let me do
will-
this. Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, yeah. I'm,
You might biff it.
21.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay. You absolutely notice Kirik get wrapped up with his vines and dragged into the river along with you.
So what I'm going to have to do is try and come to here. So come off the creature onto the bank and try and pull Kirik with me onto the side of the river.
So that is going to be your action to do that then. Make me a... make me an athletics check, please. Strength athletics. Because you're trying to pull him out.
Oh, that's not bad. 15.
15. So as you sort of run down, and as the motion is continuing with S to go, you just grab onto Kirik's arm and pull, and Kirik sort of adds his own little effort into it. Kirik comes free onto the bank. We'll say you're on the bank, that's fine. S continues on its merry way and is gone.
Thanks, Ander.
So we'll put Kirik there.
There was
So you're
never a
on the
doubt in my
bank,
mind that I saved the Kirik.
Bonus action.
Insight check that.
Well, if you really want to, deception and insight check, go for it. But either way,
Yeah,
Andrew,
sure,
it is
why
your
not?
bonus action
All right.
movement.
27.
Yeah, okay. Andrew is definitely lying. There was some moral dilemma there for a second.
Yeah, sure.
I haven't really got any bonus actions that I can do from over here. So I have
Okay.
got some movement left though, haven't I?
Yeah.
So I've got 15 left, would you say?
So you did not move with S. You've got your full movement left. It was moving. You weren't moving.
Ooh, I like that. So 5, 10, 15,
Sorry,
20.
so you would have done 10 feet off of S to get to where you were. So yeah, 20 will get you down to there.
Yep.
You've got enough movement speed to get you down to there. That's fine. Okay.
Cool.
So you run all the way down to there. Bothrid. Just going to claw at F. Finally! That is a 17 on the dice, which means it is a 22 to hit. Not that it matters, anyway. So 1d8. Oh, God, no, Bothrid. Rolled a 1 on the damage die. So that's going to be 4 points of damage, but not necessary. 4 points of damage. F had 2 hit points left. Just this huge, great cat claw just takes the center out of the tree. It's almost like a huge hammer strike to the tree, and it just shatters the center of the tree, and the stump stays there in the top of the tree, just hits the floor. F's gone. And yeah, Dargon, over to you, sir. See us out.
Yeah. Turn around and 2 attacks at E.
I'm assuming you're going to move the 5 feet first to get there.
Oh, wait,
but-
yeah, sorry. Well, one misses with a natural 1, but the other one was a 15 plus 8 is 23.
Roll that damage.
17 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, so that one claw, you reach in and actually claw through the other side of the tree, smash your the wrist through, and E falls, and we are out of combat.
The second swing goes for nothing because it's fucking gone.
And there we go.
Nailed it.
Whilst I'm standing here, I'll use my second wind to regain some hit points.
Hey guys,
Another 10.
you all right?
I haven't rolled below, like, I haven't rolled anything other than 10 on second wind so far. That's nice. That's gained 11 points.
Just cursed it now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm expecting it. It's going to be a 1 next time.
So Bothrid's going to stay in wild shape because he can do that for 2 hours. His rage, however, is going to subside, but just before it subsides, he's going to use another spell slot and get 5 points of health back as the cat.
Does that mean we can ride him like Seabiscuit?
You could do if you wanted to.
How's everyone feeling?
Yeah, all right. Pretty good.
I'm not going to lie. I feel strangely at home here. I feel like I'm on home turf almost. I feel quite confident.
That's good.
I mean, this place seems familiar to me, but I don't know why, because obviously I've never been here before. I just feel like I know where I'm going and I know what we have to do.
Well, if you're the one with the ideas, let's follow you. Just hang on a minute. And I will, shrug and just turn back to normal Dargon.
Thanks, Filthy.
I can do it for a minute, I think.
Because that only lasts for a minute anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna rub Boffred behind the ears because he's been a good cat.
Thought that the head just sort of leans into it. Oh. Cool.
He's earned it. He's
and
earned
I will
it.
say, with that, let's take a short break. Hey.
Hello.
Eyo.
Welcome back. So, before we get back into the game, hello to everybody watching. Hello to everybody listening.
Hello,
I just
hello.
want to say a huge thank you. We've just said it on the chat anyway, but thank you for joining us.
Hey.
Thank you for being here with us. We are as active as we can be with the chat, but I'm sure you can all appreciate that while we're playing, it's easier to focus on the game than it is on the chat. But we just wanted to let you know we love you all, and we are glad you are here. So please follow us if you're not already following us. Like, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Follow us on the socials, and with that, let's get straight back into the game. So, first things first. Mr. Hornraven, make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Ah, damn.
14.
14. You suffer no ill effects from casting the spell.
Okay. Pulled that out of my ass. So,
You did indeed.
given, I know I jested about it last week that I don't know my ass from my elbow, but I'm actually quite a good tracker Bear Grylls type, thanks to Johannes. So I'm going to re-gauge. We were heading southeast, we got to the river. Dagon tried to walk across it, shit kicked off, but I'm going to regather our bearings and carry on taking us southeast.
Okay, make me a survival check with advantage, please.
It's good to be said that. 16.
16. So you instantly, almost remembering where you were, the direction you were heading, remembering where the river was and that bend in the river, you turn and face and begin to make your way southeast. Having defeated whatever defences of the forest there seem to be now, you find yourselves heading into a small clearing and heading towards a small hill in this clearing. As you get closer to the hill, you notice it is ringed by these very tall, very grand leafy oak trees. As you begin to crest the hill and you climb up, Andy, you still following that sense of direction but also now feeling a connection with something on this hill, remembering that the Dryad said seek out the hill to the southeast. You begin to hear the sound of trickling water, the hoot of an owl maybe. You push
Just me or everyone
through the
else?
trees and everyone.
Okay.
You push through the trees, and as you come through the trees, you find a grove hidden among this ring of trees. And the light here is different. Bothrid also, as he sets foot beyond that ring, becomes a hobgoblin once more.
Has it been 2 hours?
The light is a purplish twilight. It's probably been an hour. Okay. So the light is a purplish twilight, and now you set foot into the grove. The air's filled with this sweet smell. It's almost sort of that pine woody smell and scent with very floral, flowery scents as well. There are small winged creatures that fill the grove and fill the air above you, just sort of flitting around. And you can hear the sound of tree frogs now, which sort of give this constant low noise to the grove. The sound of an owl hoots again. As you begin to study the grove in more detail, you see in the centre a small pool fed by a tiny spring, which you can see erupting out of just a pile of rocks. This the source of the sound of trickling water. The pool itself ringed by rocks and purple flowers. And then around this pool stand four very distinct, very individual oak trees. On one edge you see the most beautiful oak tree, full of deep green leaves, standing looking opulent and majestic with these thick full branches in the full flow of life. Next to it, another oak tree, this one slightly smaller, displaying various buds on the end of similarly thick, long branches. It appears more youthful, and Andy, you get the feeling that it's almost childlike. As you begin to turn around even more, you now see a gnarled, withered oak tree. The branches and the bark grey, white, twisted and old, looking almost as if it's been petrified or is almost on the brink of death. And then finally, as you turn to look at the last tree, the fourth of these central oak trees, you notice that across the ground there are fallen leaves scattered around this tree, blowing into the small pool on the gentlest of breezes. As you now look at the tree itself, you see the branches are thick, but beginning to twist and wither, the leaves covering them a mix of vibrant oranges, reds and yellows. You come full circle once again and turn to face the first of the four trees that you looked at, the majestic, the full oak. And a figure steps out from behind the tree and says, "Finally, Ander, you have come." Before you stands a tall, beautiful, elf-like woman with skin of the faintest green. Leaves adorn her body like simple leathers, covering her most intimate areas. Her green, grass-coloured hair flows out behind her, long and wavy, and atop her head like a crown is a circle of red, orange, pink and green flowers. Her eyes themselves are a bright, vivid green, like acid almost. Her lips a perfect bow of darker, moss-like colour, but with the shine of a gemstone, like an emerald. She smiles toward you, Ander. Her face welcoming, but there's also a sense of eagerness to her.
I'm not going to lie, I'm that happy to see her. I think I want to try and embrace her, if that's appropriate.
So you step forward towards her, and her, knowing your intention, her arms open, and she does pull you into a deep embrace. And as she pulls you into that embrace as well, her finger goes to your chin, lifts your chin up, and she, being slightly taller than you, comes down those lips towards yours, and they meet yours.
Oh, hang about.
In the gentlest of kisses.
Oh, blimey. I wasn't expecting that, Garrett. Jesus.
I usually have to con a woman to do this.
Yours. And
I'm taken
my
aback by that, to be
journey
honest.
has been a long one, Ander. It has been some time.
I feel like I've been working towards this day for I don't know how long. I'm just so happy that we finally get to meet.
Oh, but of course you do not remember. This is not the first time we have met.
And then I think back, yes, that is true. It just seems so long ago. It almost feels like a past life when we met.
And she looks at you. I still don't think you remember, Ander. And she looks into your eyes once more and kisses you once again, this time deeper, a little bit more fervently. And as that kiss connects, you are taken aback, and it is an early memory. You as a child, a very young child, skipping around in the grass, elf-like creatures around you, sprites around you, and you see your father stood with what looks like a group of Eladrin as you dance and play with the creatures of the Fey in the plains of the Feywild. And then you notice a much younger, but very beautiful girl you now realise was a younger version of the Dryad. And you are brought back.
Holy shit.
As that kiss disconnects.
I'm fucking speechless. Me, not Ander. I don't know what to fucking say. I did not see that coming. How do I not have this memory? It seems such a happy memory. Why is it lost to me until now?
This land has its quirks, you can say. Those who enter here often, if they leave, find themselves having spent longer than they thought here. Or sometimes they lose their memories of ever being here at all, that time seemingly lost.
If you knew me as a child, does that mean you know my true name?
This is not a question I think you should ask me, Ander, but one you should ask yourself. There is power in a name. And even if I did know it, I would not speak it.
I think you know why I'm here. Can you fix me?
I think so, but not directly.
What
There
must I
are
do?
Gifts that can be given. But it may... There is no easy way to put this. It's not an easy journey to retrieve what I think we will need.
What do I need to sacrifice? Do I need to sacrifice the magic?
No, nothing quite so drastic, and you always were one to imagine the worst at times. There is a tree, much like the trees of my sisters here. But it is in the dark of the Feywild, the Fey dark, if you like. To get there, there's an entrance from this hill, from that tree, known to me as the mother tree. I need a single acorn. Bring that back to me, and I think I can see you cured.
Thank you for all you've done for me. Hopefully I will see you again soon.
Well, you don't have to rush off just yet, do you? We have some time to at least talk.
Yeah, of course.
Your companions are welcome to rest inside the grove. Will you come with me?
Of course. Wherever you want.
I'll wait here while you tell your friends.
Please excuse me. And I'll go back to my friends. This is heavy.
You look chippy.
I didn't know you liked it. I didn't know you knew her like that. Good lord.
She's not one of my ex-wives. Don't. Well, to be honest, I didn't know. I
Inside check.
Wait. I didn't know that I knew her the way I did. It turns out we used to play together as a child, and I've actually been to this Feywild before with my father. That memory was lost to me, and she brought it back to me now. So that must be why this place seems so familiar. I have actually been here before.
How can you forget a place like this?
That was my exact question. And she says that the Feywild has that effect. If you're lucky enough to get out, you don't always remember.
Wait, what? If you're lucky enough to get out? Run that by me again, mate.
But it's fine, we've got it covered. I've been here before, I know what I'm doing. Apparently. So,
I'm filled with hope.
For me to save myself, I'm afraid I must go it alone. She has set me a mission. I must retrieve a specific item for her from a specific tree. And she can then use that to cure me of this blight. But she said you are welcome to stay in here in the protection of the grove while I go.
Are you sure we can't come with you? Don't like leaving you in a place like this.
I know. But she said I must unfortunately go it alone.
Do you trust her?
And,
More, actually, I trust her more than I used to. Yes, I do.
at this point, the Dryad actually steps up and places a hand on Anders' shoulder.
My lady.
I'm afraid your friend has it slightly wrong. I just wish for some time with him, and then the four of you may seek the acorn.
Oh, phew. Well, we don't like leaving leaving his side or any of our sides, so it's very nice of you. Thank you.
Nor did I wish for him to leave mine, but it is the nature of things.
I'm gonna have to check her intentions. I just have to. I was so close to the natural 20. It was literally like tilting on the 20 and then fell. Still a 17 though.
You don't think this is a fatal attraction
As far as
type
you can
situation,
tell.
do you? And she's like a...
As far as you can tell,
Crazy
there is
ex.
no deception there.
She's the Dark Eladrin's sister.
Oh, don't even joke about that.
That's why he hates me. I fingered his sister behind the bike shed in Feywild when I was a kid.
Broke the code. He broke the code.
Oh shit.
I don't remember a Bros
cool.
Before Dryad Spirits, but
It's a very D&D specific one.
very, very deep.
Very D&D specific. It's actually in the back of the PHB. Just written that.
Forgive me. We haven't asked for your name. I'm Dargon, by the way.
Kirik Gravetusk.
Very good to meet you. All I am simply known as the Dryad of the Summer Grove.
Pleased you can help Ander out. We're very gracious for your offer of staying and resting here for a bit. Certainly wouldn't mind that myself.
He loves a
You're
short
welcome.
rest as Dargo.
Might I advise not talking to the trees, though?
Don't talk to the trees.
Bothrid looking at you.
Right?
Yeah, I'll look at Bothrid.
My sisters
Immediately.
may wake at some point, any point, maybe not.
Is that a bad thing?
Well, it depends on your intentions, their intentions. I told Ander once not to trust anything in this land.
Did he believe you?
Well, he
I think we've
rightfully
learned the
questioned
hard
if
way,
I
haven't
should be
we?
trusted.
Glad to see he's not lost all his marbles.
Well, I'm happy to wait for a bit and then take a little bit of a breather. I think that would do everyone some good.
Cheers.
Okay.
I go to
Ander.
sit down next to one of the trees, and they go, oh no, and just go and sit somewhere nowhere.
Okay. She turns to you, Ander, and just sort of holds a hand out towards you.
I'll take a hand.
And she pulls you towards the majestic-looking tree. Her hand snakes around your side, and even though she's taller than you, her head sort of leans in and rests down on, sort of awkwardly on your shoulder, and sort of nudges into your head slightly. She takes you behind the tree, places a hand on the tree, and this opening opens up. And you both step into the tree and are gone.
Oh shit.
Roll new
Off to the
character.
boys. And the
What came
Aladdin's on
back
the other
was an
side.
Ander.
So, a quick DM's whisper on its way.
Can we run through a short rest? Or do you want to do it for us to do that later?
Yes, you guys can run through the short rest.
Nice.
Sweet. I get nothing back.
I
no,
get everything back.
I will be using my Harness Divine Power to get 2 spell slots back.
Oh, nice.
Not bad, is it? Which means I've used my Channel Vanity. And...
Have we still got aid?
Yes.
It's not concentration or anything?
Nope. Just stays up for 8 hours.
Cool.
I just read the DM's whisper.
Was it smell my finger or something?
Oh, God. You guys are fucking terrible.
Is Bothrid doing a short rest or anything?
I mean, if the trees are rocking, don't come and
Bothrid.
That's all I can say.
Bothrid is most certainly going to take a short rest. Slightly confused as to why his wild shape failed. But he is going to short rest. What are we on?
Does he look visibly confused?
He's been very quiet and has sort of been looking at himself during this whole encounter and got slightly mystified by the Dryad as she stepped out, but now she's gone. He's just still a bit like...
You're right, Bothrid?
Well, I was a cat, and now I'm a meat. And I didn't choose to turn back.
Oh, so it just happened to you?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and cast light on my shield.
Okay, bear with me. Bothrid is back up to 115 out of 116 hit points with a short rest. So as you go to cast light on your shield, light shines.
Oh. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything affecting regular magic, I suppose. So it might just be something about your particular capabilities. I'll dispel light as well.
Well, I couldn't. And he sort of reaches down and creates a flower on the floor with Druidcraft, and well, I couldn't still use them. Well, let me test it. And he just... And where there was once Bothrid, there is now a boar type creature. Just...
That's a new one, Bothrid.
And then Bothrid's back. Well, it still works.
Strange.
Strange. Maybe it's the trees.
Maybe. Maybe we've just been walking for slightly longer than we think. Maybe we lost track of time. Could have happened. I mean, Ander was leading, so could have gone in circles for a bit.
Yeah. He seems to know what he's doing.
DM, can I read my book for 1 hour during my short rest, please?
You can indeed.
Ooh, likewise. I'm back to full health, by the way.
Nice.
Everyone always goes, "Oh yeah, my book."
Because I was just reading, I was like, and it just went, as long as your character does nothing more than strenuous activity, including reading and other things. I was like, yay, there we go. Find me book, and I will write that in. Extra hour.
And I will just complete this DM's Whisper, and then we will get on with it.
This is beautiful. That's a very good question, which I hate to ask. We don't have to finish this in a particular length of time or anything, do we? We literally just have to read it.
Finish what?
The book.
The book?
You don't have to read it
You
in a...
literally just got to finish reading it.
That's fine.
Oh,
okay.
no. There's no time limit on it. You just have to read it.
I'm aware of certain books you have to read in a specific amount of time, otherwise you have to start again, so I just didn't know. We have to read for 100 hours?
Oh, that's the whole book. It should be in the notes.
Yeah, 100 hours. That's what it is. Oh, mine is.
I think I set them all to 100 hours. Cool. So you spend the hour resting. Bothrid eventually, you can see him, he becomes slightly more comfortable with the place and starts to sort of cast vines from the ground and allows the winged creatures to sort of land on it and hop from one vine to the next as he just druid crafts various bits around, and then sort of makes the ground tremble, does gusts or little puffs of wind with his druid craft and plays with these creatures a little bit and sort of chuckles to himself and feels a little bit at home in this place, actually. And then eventually you hear the sound of sort of creaking bark, and after about an hour or so, Ander and the Dryad step back, both of them grinning, both of them arm in arm like old friends, and the Dryad is giggling. Well, that was fun, Ander.
God, he works quickly, doesn't he?
7 wives.
I haven't had 7. I only had 4.
Kirik doesn't remember. That's a high number.
But
I'm pretty sure he said 7 as well.
No,
Pretty sure it was.
in my notes it says 4.
It's your
Who knows?
character,
He talks
mate.
shit all the time. I've got, I'm a bit blush in the cheeks, and I look a bit happy with myself, and my clothes are on a bit wonky.
Do I need an inside check?
So
I think everybody clearly gets what's gone on here, and she sort of just straightens the cloak up a little bit, leans down, kisses you once more, and says, "Shall I lead you to the tunnels then?"
I think you already have, you filthy minx.
And there is a slight darkish green blush to her cheeks as she then giggles, pulls on your hand and pulls you sort of out the opposite side of the grove. Kirik, Dargon, make me an Arcana check, please.
Okay. That's going to be...
Natural 20 for a 24.
13.
Nice.
Okay. Kirik, as the Dryad leads you all out the other side of this ring of oak trees. So as you pass through the ring, you feel it. You now sense there is something magical about this ring of trees. And maybe that had something to do with why Bothrid's ability was affected. And she sort of leads you down the other side of the hill and brings you round, and there is a small mound of stones. And then she turns and places a hand on your chest, Ander. The Feydark is a tricky place, more tricky than the Feywild itself. there are creatures there that I would not wish to tangle with, but you may well have to. The Feydark is the Queen of Air and Darkness's realm. Just be careful.
Excuse me for butting in, but do we know what we're looking for?
I've not told Ander what he's looking for.
Alright. Andy, you better tell us, because if you get knocked out, we ain't got a clue.
You just did.
The mother tree with
Oh,
a single acorn.
cool.
You need to retrieve a single acorn. There will be many.
Oh,
You must take only one.
I listened really well, obviously. That's what happens when I'm jotting it down
I
as I'm
only told
listening.
you to take one.
I miss it. Yeah.
I mean, you're probably busy with other stuff.
Is your mind a bit mush, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, it's hard to write notes when someone's sitting on your face, to be fair.
Oh, there we go.
You deserve.
There we go.
You deserve to be feeble-minded at this point.
Yeah.
Doggone takes
as
3d6 for
Ander
psychic
says
damage.
that, the Dryad actually
yeah.
light slap across your face, and she giggles, taps you on the nose. Now. Remember your manners.
Gentleman never tells.
Indeed. Well, boys, I can let you in. After that, you are on your own.
Do we get out the same place here?
If you follow your steps back, then yes, I will know when you are on your way out. I'm
Righto.
sure she will let me know.
Don't worry, Dagon.
Very well.
If I lead us there, I can trace our steps back. I can track our own movements and
Sounds
bring
good.
us back.
Lead on, lover boy.
And with that, the Dryad then turns and waves her hand across this mound of rocks, and slowly but surely the rocks part, and there is a smallish tunnel. You're gonna have to crawl to begin with, at least. But you all go in, and it is dark. Andy, you have to bring the goggles down.
Put my goggles on.
Put
I'll
your
cast
goggles
light on my shield for Bothrid's benefit.
Oh,
Yep.
now I'm blinded.
Bothrid's got dark vision. So Bothrid's fine.
Oh, does Dagon?
You get it from
120
your
feet.
sword now, don't you?
I won't cast
Yeah.
light on my shield then.
Yeah, that's why I gave him the goggles, so we all can see in the dark.
Nice.
You sort of crawl your way down this. It's almost like a big burrow, if you get what I mean. A tunnel down that an animal would make, but larger. And eventually, you get to a dead end, and you push slightly against it, and soil comes away in front of you, and you see now probably about a 10-foot drop onto a wider cavern floor. As the soil comes away, you see now in front of you that the light from behind you is sort of filtering through onto the floor. With your dark vision goggles, you can now see that this cavern opens up. It's a very tall cavern. You have no idea how long you've been crawling down for, but the cavern itself is vast. There are bunches of fungi sort of on the rock here, there and everywhere. There's a couple of what look like old tree stumps, and the first thing you also notice is this rather large skeleton on the floor to the left of where you are. And when I say rather large, we're talking almost 15 feet in length.
Humanoid?
bipedal humanoid, yep.
Interesting.
Not humanoid as in size, so 2 legs, 2 arms, head, rib cage.
Yeah.
15 foot
Yeah.
tall.
Just, humanoid with 15 foot. Yeah. That's fine. Well, that's ominous to start with.
So, we're obviously still in the tunnel at this point. Is there a drop down, or are we at floor level?
There's a 10-foot drop from where you've sort of pushed this hole open now, and it looks like it just been very loosely packed.
I mean, the 10-foot drop's okay, isn't it? So I'll land on my feet like a cat.
Okay, so I'll say you sort of swing yourself out and sort of just drop down. Make me a stealth check, please. My camera just...
You made the stealth check then.
That's as our eyes focus to the changing light. 13.
Okay. You sort of land and turn now further into the cavern, and in fact, if you want to bring Albert Rodeo back up, I've changed the map.
Oh, nice.
This is what you now see ahead of you.
Nice.
So you can see the skeleton on the left there.
Do I know the fungi to be poisonous? Or is it safe?
You are proficient with herbalism, aren't you?
Aye.
I am going to say make me a medicine check and add your proficiency bonus.
I'll just use my initiative +6 because it's a +6, so since we're doing the maths. 23.
That'll do the job. 23. You study the fungi, and you've not seen these in the wild before. You've not seen them on the material plane. Knowing what fungi are like, you get the impression that eating them is probably not the best of ideas. But you can't identify a particular fungus.
We cannot eat them. Do not take any for your cooking. This is something we cannot forage.
Oh, I hadn't planned on it.
Just double checking. Your
And,
mushroom soup is delicious. I didn't know if you just was going to try something different.
And where do we go from here?
I'll kneel down, and you know on films when you see natives and they'll grab some dirt, go like that in the wind, pretend they know what they're on about. I'm going to do that. And then...
Make me a survival check, please.
Oh, that's a good one. 26.
Like you've been here before.
26. You get a vague sense of something to the sort of your back and right of you. But as you turn,
Right.
the only thing you see is the tunnel.
Looks like we must press on. And I'll start to take us into the cavern. I'll stop off at the skeleton to see if I can determine its what's the word I'm looking for? What type of dead person it is. I forgot the posh word for it.
Okay, make me a nature check, please.
What a roll. 22. I want a roll here.
So you study the skeleton, and it's not something you've come across before. The bones themselves seem misshapen and at odd angles. The skull looks slightly enlarged at the top of the head, bulbous sort of top of the skull. The actual hands and the fingers, what's left of them, are very long and gnarled and bent. The bones, this looks deformed, but you've got no idea what this creature is. Or was, I should say. Everybody roll me a perception check, please.
16.
6.
Fucking hell,
26.
Danny, what are you doing?
I'm fucking on fire, mate.
You really are.
Just wait until combat.
I was about to say, I think I've rolled my particular dice.
Hear and now see, amongst the dim light and the shadows from the ceiling, 2 very, very large creatures sort of swing down. And now, you're using your dark vision, and actually for you, Dargon, I should probably extend this out. Bear with me just a second.
We forgot to look up. Shit.
Never forget to look up.
Yep.
Did forget to look up.
There was something behind you.
Yeah.
I didn't
It was
mean
like
to
the
do
cave
that.
in the Goonies, and there was going to be a pirate ship at the end with loads of treasure on it.
Love that film.
Oh dearie me. What are we
I'm
going to
surprised it
do
hasn't been
here?
rebooted yet, to be honest.
Give it time.
Yeah.
Just let me correct my errant mistake of the fog there. Has that worked?
Yep.
Do it that way, there we go.
Nice.
Cool. So you now see...
Fucking hell.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Fucking hell.
What the
With
fuck
your
are they?
perception
Oh,
check
boy.
of 20-6,
3 of them.
you see 3 of these huge, giant-like creatures that all look at you with these sort of bent-over, gnarled skeletons, these huge, bulbous yellow eyes. Everybody roll initiative, please.
Should
they all
have
go,
been a werebear.
Oh no.
Natural 1 and a natural
You
20.
fucking jinxed it, Kieran. I got a 2 on the initiative roll, so with a +6, 8.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, hang on, that was
Oh,
far too
this is-
quick. Dargon?
5.
This is the thing, now that I have
5,
the Warhammer of
and,
Warning, the fun
8.
cleric's always going to go first.
Bothrid got 17, I believe. Yeah, 17.
Why didn't that go off?
What did you
Kirik?
get, Ander?
Probably not within distance. And probably because they're not hostile towards us yet.
Yeah. And Kirik?
It's a shame.
Kirik?
I got 21.
21.
Kirik's going first.
Okay. So, Kirik, you are up as these 3 creatures, and I think from where you are now... Yeah, you can see all 3 of them are these sort of deformed creatures. Very, very large, sort of standing the height of this cavern, each carrying this massive... It's basically a tree, if you like great club. Starting to make sense where the stumps have come from, maybe. And what would you like to do?
Panic and run.
There's something potentially interesting I could do, but I don't know if it's going to work. But yeah, whatever, why not? Okay, seeing that and feeling kind of the Warhammer vibrate on my back as these creatures arise, I'm going to look towards the cave and see the space that there is in here and how much these creatures occupy. I'm going to move 5 feet forward I'm going to grab onto my holy symbol, and you're going to see these two kind of raven wings that appear from my back, almost like attached to me, and then they're going to kind of fold themselves in front of me, creating kind of like a bubble. I'm going to cast Anti-Life Shell.
Oh, you beauty!
No idea if I have no idea if that's going to work. That's a big spell slot as well.
Kirik's got new spells.
Oh,
Kirik's
that's a
got new
good
spells.
spell.
So what's the radius on that?
The radius is 10 foot. It hedges out creatures
Extends
other
from
than
the 10
undead.
foot radius and moves with you.
I should have fucking checked if it was undead or not. Anyway, yeah, it hedges out creatures that are undead or that aren't undead or constructs, and it prevents affected creatures from passing or reaching through. And an affected creature can cast spells and stuff. But yeah, they should hopefully not have space to move in. We'll see.
Okay. So you do that, you step forward and just... This dark energy bubble now just surrounds Kirik. And with your dark visions, you can sort of see it just sort of ebbing and flowing around him. Looks quite menacing, actually. Anything else you wish to do on your turn, or is that it? You're just going to wait?
There isn't really anything else I can do, I don't think. Yeah, that's going to be it.
Okay, so let's just see what Bothrid can see, having still been back, sort of looking at the fungus, even though Ander told him not to. 40. So he can see the first two. He certainly can't see the third one. Bothrid. Yeah, Bothrid will do what Bothrid knows best. Bonus action to rage.
Yeah.
And he is going to run 5, hop over 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 up to the foot of this creature. He's going to take out his double-bladed quarterstaff and not take any chances. First one's a 15 to hit. Does hit.
Oh!
So that's going to be 8, 10 points of damage to B. Gonna swing again. Can't use his bonus action to strike again because he's already done that to rage. 21 more hits. 14 points of damage to B. As you just hear this sort of hobgoblin roar, Bothrid jumps over a fungi, sprints forward, and as he sprints forward, pulls the double-bladed quarterstaff off his back, swings it around, slices him once, spins it back, slices up with an uppercut, as you hear this huge, giant-like creature. Ander.
Are these fey creatures?
Make me a nature check, please. Or an arcana check.
12. Oh, I could have done arcana, that's +6. I've rolled nature now, I've done it.
I'll do an arcana now. I did sort of tell you after you'd rolled it, so if you want to make an arcana, make the arcana check.
17!
You have no idea.
Okay, I won't waste one of my arrows on that. So what I will do, I will use steady aim. So kneel down, pull one of my +1 arrows out, notch it, and fire it directly at A. With A. 16 to hit.
Will hit.
Nice. Which is a 10 piercing damage with some sneak attack to come because I use. Oh, I actually get advantage on the attack roll. I've done the rest now. Never mind.
Oh no!
then-
So just make sure it's not a natural 20. Roll it again.
No, it was even worse. It was a 1. So yeah. So
That's
that was 10 piercing damage and 12 sneak attack damage.
12 sneak attack damage. As you pull back, and sort of, and the arrow just flies forward and strikes into the chest of this creature. And again, anything else you wish to do?
No. I can't move anyway because I've used steady aim. So
Okay. As that arrow strikes into A on the screen, its head turns towards you, and that big bulbous yellow eye focuses on you. I need you to make me a
fuck.
charisma saving throw, please.
Oh shit!
Ooh,
14. Oh, that's not going to be good enough.
that's
You
middle of the road.
make the saving throw just. So you are going to take. I need a lot of dice.
Oh, good.
I need a lot of dice. That's not good.
That's always a good thing to say. We're all going to die. Wait, I mean,
There we go.
this seems a very disproportionate amount of dice.
Something like 10d10 psychic damage or something.
I should have just done this on D&D Beyond.
Say, quick, distract him. 7, 14.
He can't do maths if we keep shouting.
You've not used this before, have
You
you,
take
Kiri?
22 points of psychic damage.
That's half.
That's on the
And
save.
that is going to be A's action. Yeah, 22 points of psychic damage.
Jesus.
Ignore that.
Okay.
Ignore that. Because I can't read.
Is it less or more?
It's less.
Oh, good.
12 plus 9, 21, 24, 28. You're lucky. That was 14 points of psychic damage, sorry.
Wait. It's back up to 75.
I rolled 8
HP.
instead of 6. So yeah, I took the 2 highest ones away since it was my fuck up. Okay, so that's going to be A's go. B is going to turn on Bothrid and is going to also, that yellow eye stares down at Bothrid. Bothrid's going to have to make a charisma saving throw, which he's got a great modifier for. Fails. Six, 12, 20, 27, 32 points of psychic damage to Bothrid. Let's just double check on his circle. Yep, he is still susceptible to psychic damage. So he takes 32 points of psychic damage as this eye turns on him, and then the creature just swings this huge great club and brings it down towards Bothrid. That is going to be a 13 plus 9, which is going to be a 22 to hit. Pretty sure that's going to hit Bothrid, yep. So that's going to be 3 of them. 7. Maths. 13. 17 points of bludgeoning damage, halved because Bothrid is raging, to 9. Okay. What have we then got? Okay. C is going to move 10 feet up. Its eye is going to turn towards you, Kirik. And I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please.
That's an 8.
That is a fail.
That means the anti-life shell's probably gonna go.
Oh no!
Yep.
So
I tried to bottleneck these guys.
That was good. It was good.
15, 16 points of psychic damage. However, you are now cursed with magical deformities as you just feel sort of your arm come up. Your speed is now halved. You have disadvantage on ability checks, saving throws, and any strength or dexterity based attacks.
Oh Jesus!
Speed is halved. Disadvantage on what?
Speed is halved. Disadvantage on ability checks. And saving throws. And any attacks based on strength or dexterity also are at disadvantage.
Not gonna happen. Concentration check.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow. That's 20.
So even as this sort of psychic lance just into your brain, somehow you just manage, even as you feel your body unnaturally twisting, you still manage to keep up that anti-life shell. Now, let's just have a look. What would happen? Alright, the creatures can't actually pass through it at all.
Nope.
Awesome.
Okay, well with that, Dargon, over to you.
Having seen Kirik do these aura and area effect things, I'm going to assume I can run through it. So I go, both right. Keep an eye on this one. And I'm going to presumably walk straight into a fucking barrier.
You impact
Yeah.
two.
You turn
You impact a
and
raven
run
wing.
and
Yeah.
just smack against it as you do see these sort of spectral raven wings around. You sort of have to shake your head slightly. You've not technically used any movement. You've literally just turned and walked smack into a barrier.
Cool. So
It's a different one.
Fine. So I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Yep.
20. As a... No, did I want to do that? Oh shit, I had so many ideas going through my head. I will... No, so yeah, full 30. And then I will... So I've got my shield out and I will pull out the hand axe. And I will lob it at A.
Okay.
Sorry, can I still use my 30 but be there? Is that alright?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you don't get disadvantage on the throw, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be any further and I want to stay next to Ander. So 5, 10, 15. So I will... Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I will actually... No, I'm still alright. God, what's wrong with me? Right, roll for...
Damage, is he alright?
It's just 23. Still shaking that fucking shield off. Oh, 23 to it.
23 will hit.
For 10 points of slashing damage.
10 points of slashing damage. as the hand axe just straight into one of the thighs of one of these creatures.
Was it a bonus action to pull out the hand axe?
What did you have out? You didn't.
Just
you
my
hadn't
shield.
taken a weapon out. You'd not specified, so I will say no. You've literally just You've still got your bonus action. You've not swapped a weapon.
Okay, bonus action, call it back to my hand and throw it again.
Nice.
For 21 to hit.
21 will hit. As again.
8 points of slashing damage.
8 points of slashing damage. As again, it was like next to the first strike where you hit the hand axe first time. It just lands next to it. So there's two huge, great bloody gashes open on this creature's leg.
And
Anything else?
Andrew, I'll protect you, alright? Stay close. That's it.
Kirik. Now deformed.
God. Still trying to
So
hold on. I'm going to look at A, and I'm going to kind of focus on the eye, and I will look at Ander, and I say, make it count, and I'm going to cast Path to the Grave on it. So next attack has vulnerability to all damage, and then as a bonus action I will summon. Yeah, sure. I'm going to summon Spiritual Weapon behind C. Wait, if I can do that.
Okay. What's the range?
Yeah, I think I can. I think it's 60 feet, so let me double check. Spiritual
Yep,
Weapon.
you can.
60 feet, yeah, so all good. Yeah, I'll summon behind
So
C
jump.
in hopes that it will be stupid enough to be distracted by it. And I will attack.
Spiritual
I'll
Weapon
do that
behind.
second level. I'll do that second level as well.
Yep.
And I also used Path to the Grave. So that's going to be a 23.
That will
23
hit.
to hit. 10 points of force damage.
10 points of force damage. That raven dagger sort of appears and immediately straight into the creature. Okay.
And
Bothrid.
I'm gonna stay
Oh, no,
because
sorry,
I'm in
go
quite
for
a
it.
good. I'm in quite a good position, so I'll stay there.
Yeah, you're just sort of warding. So,
Yeah.
Bothrid then is not happy. Bothrid is going to. Yeah, fuck it, he's done it once. Bonus action, wild shape, and this time
Nice.
wild shape into a huge, great spider.
Why?
So this you see as Bothrid grows, not only in size but limbs, and becomes a large spider. And is then going to bite at this creature.
Nice.
Oh, and he's gonna fucking miss. Rolled a 3,
Ow.
which means it's an 8. So misses. Good old Bothrid. Does his wild shape. Looks cool. Just can't do shag all with it. That is going to be Bothrid's go. Yeah, that'll be Bothrid's go. And
Taking heed of Kirik's advice, I will say to the bow, swift death to those who have wronged me, and number A will become my sworn enemy.
number 8.
So,
Number A, yeah.
Number
Yeah.
A.
I'm in that much shock I forgot how alphanumerics work. So I get advantage on the attack roll. plus 3d6 because he's my sworn enemy, plus 4d6 with a sneak attack. Hopefully this motherfucker going down. Oh, and I'm aiming for his big old googly eye.
Yeah. Come on, natural 20.
Come on.
Are you ready?
Yes.
For fuck's... I did get a 20, you know. I'm not even fucking joking.
You can't say for fuck's sake with a roll of 29.
You fucking got it as well.
I only see the 5 for a start because the 20 went behind something on the screen.
Did you actually get a natural 20?
Yeah,
He
look on the
actually
game
got a
log.
natural
He got a
20.
natural 20.
Look at the game log.
He got a 5 and a 20.
I will.
You've got to
I
take
will
a shot of
picture
that.
Watch
Oh my
me
God.
roll once now on the damage.
Oh no.
Hang on a minute. Let me. Can I? Where is it? Where's the dice roll?
Yeah, so you
Game log. Click the red icon.
Ah, fucking hell.
Yeah, so
Scroll down.
you're gonna double the damage. You're gonna double the dice, add your modifier, and then doubling everything again.
There it is.
Right. So this is... D&D Beyond will do it for me, won't it?
This is
So
clutch.
Yeah.
15, just on
It'll
the
do
piercing
you.
damage.
So that's 15 on the piercing damage.
Yep. And then here comes the additional sworn enemy damage.
The sneak attack. That
which
needs to be
this,
doubled
just
as well.
this is the sworn enemy, which is 9, so double that to 18. And
18.
then the sneak attack of... Oh, there's too many. 14, which doubled again is 28.
14. But it was also vulnerable to all damage.
Yeah, so
So I
double
need you to add
everything.
all that
then.
up. So that was then... This thing's dead. There is no way this thing is living off that.
Well, just the
that's
overbow
15
damage, if you
yeah, it's
quadruple
gone.
it, would have
It's
been
gone.
60 HP.
That is gone.
Yeah.
You literally, single arrow, just pull back, you whisper to your bow, and in that moment, the arrow flies, and almost in slow motion you just watch it following its arc directly towards that glowing yellow eye as it just strikes in and seemingly punches in through the skull, out through the back, clatters off behind as this creature, you just hear this...
That was
pays
possibly the
down.
coolest thing.
Holy shit.
As you have just dealt 152 points of damage with one arrow.
I mean, we were talking off stream about you going, if I do Path to the Grave and you get a natural 20,
Wow.
there's a chances of that actually happening.
You
Yeah.
said close to
What's the
naught and you
chance?
fucking did it. It's absolutely beautiful.
Wow.
Oh.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Wow. Okay. Anything else on your turn, mate? Or are you just going to sort of
MVP right there.
kiss the peg?
I'm just gonna. I might just take a bow, to be honest. No, I will.
Yeah. And that's
I
a bicep,
will
not a pec. by the way.
hide. Are the mushrooms big?
Yes. Sorry, they are probably a good 7 feet tall.
I'll hide behind them.
Absolutely.
Maybe a stealth check, please.
Keurig will just say, "Good shot," as he's trying to put his arm back in place.
12. I've just got an image of you standing like a velociraptor now. Just go.
You are
Keurig's
hidden.
had a rough couple of days, man.
Yeah.
Like people mined
Yeah.
it like 3 days ago. Cursed now. It's not going well. It's not going well.
No, indeed. Okay,
there's any
so
consolation, I got
with
laid.
A then down, B is now going to turn and look at Kirik with that eye once more, and sort of channels the energy. Bothrid needs to make a charisma save, which will still be using Bothrid's stats.
Oh, he's looking at Bothrid, not Keurig.
Yeah, he's looking at Bothrid, sorry.
Okay. So I'm sure C will have a
Charisma
look.
save.
Oh wow.
Oh, no.
Oh wow.
3.
Oh dear.
Bothrid's going to turn into
Okay.
a Daddy Longlegs type thing now.
So Bothrid in spider form is going to take
You're right. Oh man.
10, 15,
I mean, I'm already scared of spiders.
19, 23, 31 points of psychic damage.
Yeah, I'm not sure that a deformed spider
Which-
looks any better.
Does then deform him. 31 points of psychic damage, and you can see one of the legs sort of bends round. So yeah, Bothrid's speed is now halved. Ability checks and attacks with strength are now at disadvantage. So Bothrid's pretty fucking useless now at this point.
Is that attacks as well?
C. Yeah, so it's strength or dexterity based attacks.
Wow.
It's pretty bad for
C is
barbarians.
gonna
Yep.
5, 10.
I'd be fucked as well with my dex.
Tries to go, or gets 15 and then tries to step forward, but sort of brushes against that shell, can't go any further. Gets pretty pissed off. It is going to turn its eye towards the one that it can see beyond there, which is Dargon.
Shit.
Make me a
See ya.
charisma
Oh, man.
saving throw, please.
Yeah.
No, that'll be awful.
Captain
Yeah.
Charisma coming at you.
Yeah. That's a 7.
7. You are going to take 6, 11, 16, 19, 27,
Come on, Kirik's face.
Oh no.
35 points of psychic damage.
Oh, lovely.
And you are not deformed, because that ability can only be used once per short or long rest. And they have all used that ability now.
Oh yeah, they have. Yeah.
Still fucking
Yeah,
out.
that's
though.
the one that got
They
me.
used
isn't
it first time round. So they
That's
can
the one that
still
got me, yeah.
do the psychic damage, just for mechanics, but the deformities are gone.
That was almost very, very bad.
So
It's
who-
Almost
too
very,
bad.
very bad.
Yeah, it's very bad, but it's not very, very
did
bad.
Bothrid save
Kirik and
first?
Bothrid are now deformed.
Yeah, yeah.
No, Ander saved.
And a saved. Nice.
Yeah,
Ander
A
was
the
true
only
Captain Charisma.
Yes. Actually did save from it.
One. Yeah.
And then took A
God.
out.
Ooh.
Quite spectacularly.
Yeah. Ooh.
Okay, so with that, we are then back round to the top. Sorry, no, we're over to Dargon. With an initiative roll of 5. That was poor, mate.
That was absolutely shocking. I'm missing the Warhammer now. I'm not going to lie. So I'll look left to Ander like fucking good shot, and then I will go. Yeah, you're good here, yeah. Seeing that he's hidden.
Don't look at me, I'm hiding. You give me away.
Yeah, well I didn't. Yeah, well that's Dargon right there.
Just the image of it. Yeah, you're very well hidden.
Oh shit! Right, I will then move 5, 10, 15.
So I'm actually going to say for that, Dargon, roll me a perception check.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Pretty fucking perceptive. That's a 23.
Oh man.
I can't remember what you rolled though. What did you roll?
I rolled
12, I
lower
think.
than that.
I
You
was
got a 12. So yeah, even though you were looking, you sort of said it to Ander where he was, and then went, "Oh no, he's not there anymore." Turned, and you're looking at Ander behind these fungi, and you say that, and go, "Oh, shit, you're hidden," and turn around.
So 5, 10, 15.
Yeah, okay. The creatures don't notice.
Thank God for that. Right,
I've rolled a 1 and a 2.
nice. So, is it a full action to swap to a different weapon? Hand.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, sorry. The hand axe is still embedded in him.
Yeah, the hand axe is in him.
So I actually don't have. I'm not holding that. So it'll be a bonus action to take out Dawnbringer.
No.
And light the
Bonus
fucking
action to
place up.
draw.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Bon-
the hand axe in
So-
A?
Oh yeah,
The
yeah.
hand axe is in A.
Hand axe is in A. Yes, you're right.
The hand axe is
on the
C's
floor.
just sort of stepped over the corpse.
Right,
Sort of standing
so yeah.
astride it.
Bonus action, draw Dawnbringer, then light this fucking place up. And then 2 attacks then.
I have to take my goggles off.
So that's a natural 19 and natural 16 on the die.
Both of those hit.
Yeah, plus 12. So that is then...
Plus 12.
Yeah. Sorry.
Dawnbringer badass.
19 points
Timiel's
of...
Wrath.
19 points of slashing damage, all told.
Points of damage as Timiel's Wrath does swing round and straight across sort of the lower stomach of this giant creature.
And I will...
Or was that both?
That was both, so I will action surge and do it again.
That was both. Okay. It's been a short rest, he's happy.
For the lowest I can roll without missing, that'll be a 14 to hit.
That is the magic number.
Oh my god, and so the other one hits with a 17. So that is... Oh, fuck's sake, same again. Whatever that was. 19 points of slashing damage. Can't believe I rolled that again.
19 points of slashing damage.
I'm putting them in the away.
As you sort of ready yourself up and twice just you're just hacking at this creature at this point. This sort of weird black purplish blood spraying everywhere. But yeah, all good. Kirik.
Sorry,
Unless
can I
there was
use...
anything else you wanted to do,
Yeah,
I'm gonna move.
yeah, I'm going to move back again, so 5, 10.
Attack of opportunity.
Wonder why you did
That is going to be a 28 to hit.
Yep.
That is then going to be 6, 9,
Here it comes.
10, 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
As this great club just...
That's my go.
Ah, I thought you was going to
Kirik.
use a reaction.
Nope.
I'm going to move my spiritual weapon towards B, seeing that Bothrid is in quite a bad shape. I'm going to attack it. Attack B with my spiritual weapon. 18 to hit.
18 more hits.
That's 9 points of force damage.
9 points of force damage.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm going to look towards B, look towards the place where Ander was, and I'll say, try that again, and I'll cast Path of the Grave to B.
On B, right.
On B.
Yep.
Okay. Bothrid's turn as he is just sort of...
Cast it.
yeah, I assumed you weren't moving, sorry. Let's just make sure I read this. Interesting. Okay, so Bothrid is, even deformed, is still going to try and... so bonus action first. Burn a spell slot. 1d8. 5 points of health back to Spider. He's also in Spider King form, I should say.
Oh!
So 5 points of health back. Apply changes. Bothrid is going to just try and bite at it again, being a little bit too close to do anything else. There we go. 18. That is 4 points of piercing damage. Roll a 1 on the die. 4 points of piercing damage to B. But the creature then needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Yeah, saves. Just got a fucking +5. And rolled a 17.
How surprising.
So it's going to take half as much damage on a failed save. So it's then going to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 points of poison damage anyway. But is not poisoned. Cool. That's Bothrid. Ander.
Can I see? I can see the top of the creature above everybody in front of me, can't I?
You could see B anyway.
Yeah, cool.
35 away
So
from you. With the light of Dawnbringer, you can see it. So the only thing that's in between you is Kirik and Kirik's sort of here creatures.
Cool.
Up here.
I can use steady aim then to get advantage on the attack roll and hopefully get another 20. Who knows?
You do this, mate.
D&D Beyond gives me another 20, right. I was anticlimactic. 15.
15 still hits, though. We still get to double everything.
Here we go.
8 piercing damage and
So
the sneak
16
attack,
from the bow.
sneak attack damage of 11.
22.
22 from sneak.
2.
And is that it?
Yes, because cunning is my.
Yes, because you've not done
bonus
sworn
action, so
enemy
I
on this
can't
one.
I can't do it again until the next dawn.
Yep, indeed. So, with that arrow strike, just blood begins to ooze and pour out
I was
of
aiming
sea.
for the. Did I say I was aiming for the eye?
You're aiming for the eye. You didn't. Make me a dexterity check, please.
Just straight dex. Oh,
Straight
God.
dex.
So
So the arrow just actually lands on the bridge of the nose as opposed to the eye. Still does the damage, but the eye itself is not destroyed. B. Having now this arrow sticking out is not going to see where it's come from, and is going to just try and wail on Bothrid with a great club. So first one is a 16, which I think will still hit. Yep, 16 is going to hit. Second one is a hit as well. So 68 plus 12, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 4, 7. Maths 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 plus 12, 17, 27 points of damage to Bothrid, but because he's raging, that is going to be halved.
Somehow, is Pass to the Grave the next attack?
16.
Bothrid attacked.
You're right, Bothrid did attack.
Sorry.
That's very true. That's very true.
No, that's my fault, so you know what? Fuck it, we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it, because it's my fault.
Yeah.
that's a lot of
my
maths
bad
to
as well.
undo that. That's a lot to undo.
Yeah, I really can't be bothered to try and undo that. So, with those two, Bothrid's spider form is just looking mangled and pounded at this point, barely standing.
We can say that Bothrid held his attack. C is going to... can't do a lot, so it's just going to stare towards Dargon. I need you to make me a charisma saving throw, please. Fail.
What'd you get?
Yeah, 6.
6. So 5, 10, 16, 21, 23 points of psychic damage. This eye just stares into your very soul.
Battered here.
Poke him in the fucking eye.
Yeah.
And with that, Dargon, you'll go.
getting pissed off with this, I'll run towards C, and this time I will use a booming blade, and I will hit him. So that is a 23 to hit.
That'll hit.
So, yeah, that was that is a for fuck's sake, 10 slashing. Yes, 10 slashing damage, 8 thunder damage. Nice.
8 thunder damage.
And then 26 to hit.
Yep.
And 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing damage again. So let's just do some cleanup here. That's no longer got that one on. We'll say that one's got thunder damage surrounding it. Let's make it blue, actually. There we go. Anything else on your turn? Also
sorry.
say you were up to there.
I was just going to say, I was just suddenly moved stuff. I will... is he looking shitty yet?
Yeah, C's not looking good at all. There's blood just pouring out of wounds all over it.
Great, I'll step 10 feet back.
Opportunity attack. 18 to hit.
Miss. Oh, fuck.
Slams down behind you.
Good, I can't do that then. Shit.
Can't use your reaction now.
I can't use my reaction because he didn't hit me.
Yeah. Top of the round, Kirik.
You're like the Joker in Dark
Hey,
Knight, just shouting for him to hit you.
Yeah.
Hit me! So, bonus action, I will make my spiritual weapon attack. That is 17 to hit.
Yep.
That is 7 points of damage.
7 points of force damage. So 7 points of force damage.
Surely you can't be sure.
Were they
Yes, I am sure, and don't call me
combat
Shirley.
impressions?
No, mine's bad.
As my action, I'm going to click my fingers and cast Toll the Dead on
Come on.
B.
So it comes out as sort of a more...
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
7.
Probably echoes like a mother
Wow.
trucker in this cave.
15,
Yeah, and it caves in on
20,
us.
20 points of necrotic damage.
20 points of necrotic damage. As that bell sounds out, you can see the flesh begin to wither and dust away, and then comes back. As B is still standing, but certainly took the necrotic damage. Anything else?
It's my turn.
Bothrid,
That'll be it.
going to try one more time. In fact, no, Bothrid's getting absolutely wailed on. Bothrid is going to try and, even raging, is going to try and actually crawl up the wall and onto the ceiling. So Bothrid's going to try and go 5 feet across to there, and is then pretty much going to go 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to be up on the opposite side, hanging upside down, but that is going to invoke an attack of opportunity from B. I think that's still going to hit.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's an unnatural 20.
He might fall.
That's going to be 15.
He's still a bag of hit
19
points.
of bludgeoning damage.
After his...
Reduced to 10.
Oh,
So that's going to be 8 points of damage direct to Bothrid as Spider Form falls, and Bothrid is going to fall.
shit.
What did I say? I said he was 30. No, so 5.
30 feet up.
I said he was 15, 30 feet up, didn't I? So
Yep.
3d4. 3, 5, 6. 6 points of bludgeoning damage, reduce to 3. As Bothrid onto the floor, immediately in front of B. Yeah, I think that's pretty much going to have to be... Well, Bothrid... Yeah, that'll have to be Bothrid.
He's also small again.
He is small again, thank you. Oh.
Hey, not that small.
I think... so, he's not actually technically used an action. So, balls to it. Bothrid, as he lands, is just immediately going to slam his fist down on the floor and cast a second level Thunder Wave. Can he? Please, no, can't.
Oh, my main man,
raging.
Bothrid.
Oh.
He's
Not
raging.
going to do that at all. That's Bothrid's go. And that's Bothrid's go. And
Can disengage.
yeah, fuck it. He'll disengage. And what's he got? 10 feet of movement left. 5, 10.
I will repeat what I did before. So, seeing what's just happened to Bothrid, he was a spider, which I didn't like. He's now turned back into Bothrid, fell to the ground. So, I see him as vulnerable now. So I'm going to use steady aim again and aim for the googly eye of B. Once again, so I get advantage on the attack roll.
Oh.
26 altogether to hit,
Nice.
so that'll definitely hit. With 9 piercing damage and that's a shit bunch of... And only 10 sneak attack. There's 2 1s in there. Bastard.
Make me a dexterity check, please.
21.
21. This time, the arrow flies true and strikes dead into the centre of this eye, and as it hits, just explodes in this yellow pus-like liquid all over its face. The eye is gone. So B. Done. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
Nope, I've used my bonus actions to do steady aim, so I can't move or do anything else.
Okay. B now sort of turns its head towards Bothrid, but the eye is no longer there. It can't do a lot, so instead it takes the great club and is going to try and smack this shield, not knowing what else to do. Does this spell anti-light?
If it's a reach weapon of 10 feet, he can actually attack me. Although, yeah. Would be.
Interesting. Did not
they have-
read that. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yeah, if they have reach weapons, they can go through, unless it's organic weapon.
So it is going to try and smack you
So-
twice with the great club.
What do you mean by an organic weapon? Because that is a tree.
If it was a dragon, for example, attacking with a claw, they have reach, but they couldn't
okay.
get through, for example.
Yeah.
Because it's a magic.
Yeah, because
no,
it's part of
actually their
it's
body.
part
Sorry.
of the body. Yeah. But if they have a
Yeah,
weapon,
so the
with them-
great club swings across. The first one's going to be a 23 to hit. For some reason,
That is
23
gonna
seems to be the
hit.
number to hit Kirik tonight.
Mhm.
Second attack is going to be a 21 to hit.
both of those are going to hit.
Both of those are going to hit, so that's going to be 68 plus 12 damage.
Ooh.
What did you just say?
68 plus 12.
13,
Great.
13. Shit, maths. 18. 18, 24, 28, 33, 35, 45 points of bludgeoning damage as this great club just swings across and smacks into Kirik. That's going to be a
I'm going to roll,
please.
I'm going to roll my concentration, but I need to roll natural 20 on both dice, which doesn't happen.
No, so anti-life shell is gone.
Anti-life shell is gone. And I'm no longer concentrating on it.
Boom. Now seeing this bubble disappear, you can just see this sort of big, deformed, toothy grin across the face. The C is going to step 5.
Oh no.
Thunderwave damage, or damage, please.
Blade.
Booming blade.
12 points of thunder damage.
12 points of thunder damage as it steps and just
I thought I was going to kill
around it. Sort of winces. 10 steps forward. It's going to wail on Dargon. You are lucky. That is a 16 to hit.
Oh no!
Second one comes in and also misses, so just twice. And you sort of sidestep. Bring the shield up and just glance it off. That's C. Dargon, your go.
Alright, booming blade twice to the face. Well, let's do booming blade once. So.
To his belly button, more like.
Oh, yeah. As good as 15.
15 will hit.
He's 11 points of slashing damage. Fucking hell, 1 point of thunder damage.
1 point of thunder damage.
Second attack.
C is not looking great
Alright, second attack.
at all.
22. And that is 12 points of slashing damage.
So as C steps up, Dargon, you sort of stab him for the first one and signs out. You then do a sort of spin move and come across. And as you come across, Timiel's Wrath just slices across the bottom of the stomach and eviscerates this creature as the gut just onto the floor. C falls to its knees and then slumps backwards. C's gone.
I will use my movement. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Okay. You're up close and personal would be. Kirik.
I'll attack with my spiritual weapon. 23 to hit.
23 is going to hit. I should say B is also bloody, by the way.
Maximum damage, so that's going to be 13 points of force damage.
13 points of force damage as this sort of strikes in below the shoulder blade, and you can see the creature sort of wince and stumble forward slightly, not looking good as blood is pouring out from all over its eye, just this mess of pus and blood pouring down its face. Anything else?
I will use my action to place one hand on Dargon's shoulder and then click my fingers and cast Toll the Dead on him. Not on Dargon, on the thing in front of us.
I was
That
going to
was
say.
weird.
Ah!
One hand and then sort of steadies himself.
Yeah.
Dong. Toll the Dead out. That's cocked. That's a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, that's 12.
Wow. 10, 11, 16 points of necrotic damage.
16 points of necrotic damage as you see the skin and flesh begin to wither away again and sort of dust away, and then comes back still standing.
And I will end my turn there.
Okay. Bothrid is going to gets straight back into this fight. Double-bladed quarterstaff still in hand, and is going to make a reckless attack.
Ooh.
This is going to be at advantage.
Oh, he did. Never mind. I was going to say he didn't take any damage or take an attack action, but he did take damage.
He did take damage, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. That's better. So that's a 16 plus 9. That's going to hit regardless. So 12 points of slashing damage. It's going to spin around and do it again. Now Bothrid's come into play. That's a 25. Hey. That's 11 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
And bonus action. It's going to try and jab in. Misses with the bonus action, but still does a significant amount of damage. And as Bothrid sort of runs in, grunts twice with the double blade quarterstaff. B sort of stumbles a little bit and wavers. Bothrid goes to sort of strike in, but one of the legs moves just out of the way. That will be Bothrid's turn. And
kill it.
I'm going to, aren't I? So steady aim, so I get advantage on the attack roll again, and I'm going to fire an arrow right at this motherfucker's head. 7 to hit. With
damage.
5 piercing damage and 19 sneak attack.
Nice.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
So the arrow that's in his forehead, I'm going to Robin Hood it.
Robin Hood. So you fire, and again you focus. Heartbeat. Arrow flies, and you watch in slow motion as it flies towards the creature, splits the arrow that's already in its head, drives in, goes that 1 inch further, and you can see the remaining sort of squinty eye. It just sort of, and all 3 of these creatures are now dead. And with that, we are out of combat, and I will say, for the sake of tonight, we will leave it there. 24 minutes-ish over what we had planned, but there was a bit going on there, so we've entered the Feywild. We've had some fun in the Feywild. Well, Anders had some fun in the Feywild, at least. A lot of encounters there, a lot of big creatures. It's the Feywild, does not fuck around. So, thank you all for watching. We hope you enjoyed episode 43 of Malt Magic, The Forgotten Kingdom of Nylin. Let's find out next week if Ander manages to find the secret to his salvation, and if the group can now deal with this deformity that they've got within one of their party, as luckily the other one was wild-shaped, as it happened. So we will hopefully see you all on Wednesday night on Malt Magic and More. Please do go check that out. Please go check out the past episodes on YouTube. Go check out the podcast on your podcast platform of choice. As always, like, follow, subscribe to all of them. Leave us a review if you really want to. That would be really amazing if you could do that on your podcast platform of choice. Other than that, follow us on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram. They're all around. Huge thank you again to all of those tools. I will give a shout out to BattleBard. You've heard some of their sound effects in use tonight. Please go check them out. Please go use the code if you wish to get some sound effects for your own game. Use the Mortal Magic code as you register. Get yourselves a cheeky discount and enjoy those sound effects in your own game. And I think that's it for tonight. So we have been the Mortal Magic crew. I've thoroughly enjoyed that one. That's been a really interesting episode from multiple factors. We will see you next week.